Boy, you're doing. Hello. What's the
Hello everybody, welcome to HSEL 2018 Grand Finals for Nationals. These teams are going to be competing for their prize of 12.5k V points, or actually dollars worth of V points that they can spend on scholarships to get a better higher education. And today, it's not just me casting, I'm also here with HSEL Brennan. How are you doing today?
Doing well. It has been a long time since I've There you can tell right there. It's been a long time since I've commentated some Counter-Strike, and I'm glad to be back for the grand finals for High School Esports League. Again, $12,500 on the line for these two teams, a best of 5. It looks like the knife round has been won by Vestavia, or unless they already changed sides. I haven't really been paying too much attention to the knife round, but again, best of 5. First to 3 maps will win this series.
Exactly, and we actually saw Vestavia play yesterday. They did win against HSEL, and that was a very exciting map to see. See if they can do it today, as they're going to be facing generals. You have Paul, Sloth, Noah, Ferris, and Nate, and obviously on the Vestavia. We've seen him yesterday, we're seeing him again with Gooey, Detrick, Rito, Toasty, and guy's name right there is actually Free Haircuts, but we'll just be shortening it to Haircuts today, so don't be confused if we are gonna call him Haircuts, even though that's not his name in game. So we're gonna be waiting for both of these teams to ready up, and then we're gonna be getting right back into the first map, which will be Mirage. We're gonna be waiting for that. And Brennan, I want your prediction. What team do you think will win this series?
You know, it really is a tough one. We have seen both of these teams in previous seasons do it very well, although I'm going to have to be going with the Generals based off the previous performances in both the current major as well as the current Nationals lineup, as well as their previous majors that compete in. They consistently place high, and I believe, if I remember correctly, they have won a major themselves.
Yeah, and that's a good prediction, but I'm actually going to go for the opposite. Just spice it up a little bit, and I'm actually going to go for Vestavia. I think they'll be able to close this out. They did have such a strong showing yesterday. Not only that, but they also did win the first major, and they did very well to do so, and they had to actually play against the Titans, who were in amazing form during that time. So I'm actually going to go with Vestavia, but we'll see what happens. Still waiting for them to ready up, but it should be an amazing game, and I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to all 5 maps.
Dude, how could you not go for generals? I mean, obviously generals are with, countries, generals, they win. Winners are gonna win right here.
That's
Flawless
true.
logic. Flawless logic.
I was gonna say that we're gonna go right into the pistol round, and I don't know if I can argue with that, but looking at the buys, we have 4 people with armor on the Vestavia side, and we have Haircuts with a defuse kit, and obviously an HE grenade, which he will be throwing right when they get first contact. This is a very good play. They actually stack B. They only have 1 person A, and actually not going there, so they already know exactly what they're gonna do, and we're gonna throw the smokes over. 1 first sight, and smoke actually missed. The second smoke, that is, it actually landed on top of where it was supposed to go, through onto Cat, and actually completely waiting in apps. They're not doing anything yet. I think they realize that they're jump spotting, and Free Haircuts been holding this nade for the entire round so far, and nothing has happened yet. They're now gonna start pushing up, and right when Gooey sees it, he's gonna throw it, and actually he rotates away at the wrong time. He throws the nade now, but it's gonna do nothing, and Gooey's taken out by Noah, and that's actually the site being taken. Ferris does take a lot of damage, and actually taken down by Detrick on A, but they are retaking into 3v4. Generals need a kill to bring this back, and as I say that, Sloth gets 1. 2v3 after plant. They need to get another kill, and they're unable to. Detrick gets another. He's on a 2k so far. It's all down to Sloth. He's gonna have to 1v3, and he's unable to. Detrick gets the 3rd, and Vestavia are gonna pick up the pistol.
Yeah, a good initial push from the Generals. They were able to float into that site and lose very few players, if any. I'm not 100% sure if they actually lost anybody in that initial push. But the Vestavia were able to just come back and just sweep through that site, taking it back for their first round. And we're going to be seeing a all Mac 10 push. So it looks like that is going to be 100% a B push. Nowhere else you go with those SMGs. And they could be doing a lot of damage. They are going to be spotted out. That is going to be same play from Gooey, falling back to the site. Though it does not matter. 5 SMGs versus is not going to do too much. That's going to be Toasty, however, getting the pick with the Scout. It's going to be a good opening kill. 4 versus 4 now. The bomb is down. Nade on 20 HP. CTs are coming in, trying to use that utility to do a little bit of extra damage, flush them out. That is going to be a good opening kill from Detrick into the site. They know where these players are. They are not able to capitalize. The peaks are so good from Ferris, although the CTs rushing in the site, and that is going to be round number 2 from Vestavia.
Yeah, that was actually a really good round from Generals. They just couldn't hold on to the site long enough, and obviously Vestavia do pick it up. To be expected, actually. Most teams do normally go 3-0 after losing the pistol, but they actually did some damage. Unfortunately, the only people they did get is, I think they got Detrick and Gooey. They only had SMGs, so not too much done, and gonna be waiting for the push. Fragrito is there, waiting for it. It's gonna slowly move down, and they're all in pallets. Fragrito can't get a kill here. This could be a disaster, but they have such a good setup for this. Toasty can't get a shot yet. Oh yeah, he does, and Frag gets another. It's down to a 3v4, and is actually down on balcony. They have to pick it up and plant, but every single CT is fully rotated, and Nate's being tagged down by the scouts, and it's just long-range battles all day. Only person left is Paul, and he's actually getting pushed. Knife is denied by Gooey, but another cleanup, and their teammates coming out from Vestavia.
Yeah, Vestavia doing so well on the CT side. The Generals are getting that bomb down in many of the rounds, although Vestavia on the retakes are just so strong right now that Generals are just struggling to hold these sites. They're doing, again, so well in their pushes, but holding the sites, they're just not able to do it. Looks like there's going to be another push towards the B site. Playing it slow, however, as they're going to be looking for picks. The team is starting to spread out for the Generals, hoping that one of these CTs will be making a mistake that will peek the wrong angle into the eyes of one of those AK-47s, which will take out one shot to the head, although they're not finding anything right now. Paul will get some information. There's some players pushing into mid, as he's going to be hearing them flashing and running up a cat, although that is about all the information that the Generals have. Plenty of time on the clock, however.
Yeah, and like you said, nothing happening yet, although pushing and he's Gooey. Now they know at least one is B. Nothing really happening yet, and yeah, he gets bumped out. He's just gonna go back, and still nothing from the Generals. But they might regroup and take a site, and Sloth is there. He's slowly waiting for a mid push, but nothing actually comes out. Paul's watching underpass for a push, and they're gonna take A. That's actually a good call, as they do have 3 people on B. One of them is on cap, but Fragrito has a perfect molly. That is so well timed. It's gonna waste so much time for them, and have to take this A site very, very quickly. And they throw another molly. Oh no, that could be a
the
round.
Flash. Ferris botching the flash coming out into the site. That's gonna delay him a little bit, as well as that molly, although Fragrito pushing out. They only have 9 seconds, 8 seconds. They need to get the bomb down now. The bomb is going to be protected, and it should be able to go down. Even in that molly, they get it down, and now 4 versus 2 as one more is going to be going down. Generals look like they're just barely going to be pulling this out. With only one player left flanking behind, they are expecting this, and he will run right into the AK-47 of the Generals, and that is going to be round number 1 on the side for the T's.
Yeah, and that was insanely close. I mean, if you were looking at the health, I think that was Nate who was planting, and he had 1 HP. So, he actually went down there. They would have ran out of time. That's a round for the Vestavia, and that's not what you want, but luckily they bring it back. They do win pretty much all of their duels, and it's 3-1, but they still need to muster up another round if they want to break the economy, and be able to get a chance to get 3 or 4 rounds on the T side. That's exactly what they're going to try to do, but right now they're just playing extremely far back. They do not want to give up this early advantage.
Yeah, we are seeing, again, another slow play from the Generals. It worked out for them last time, just trying to find whatever information they can, whatever picks they can find, and potentially work off of that. Unfortunately, again, Vestavia is not going to be making any mistakes here. They're playing back on the sites. They're not getting aggressive. They know that the Generals have to come to them. A little bit of damage being dealt in mid as the Generals are going to be taking just a little bit. Sloth down to 85. And Noah down to 80. Well, other than that, still slow play. Nothing really going on. The Generals having the bomb rotate towards this B site. It looks like it could potentially be a B push with 38 seconds left on the clock. They could run to any site they want, although an A push would be extremely risky. And here comes the flashes. Again, a Bosch flash from the Generals. This is going to delay their push just a little bit. Damage being dealt on both sides. This is going to be one player going down. And here come the Generals rushing into the site, doing so much damage. That's 2 opening kills. They're looking for more. They don't know that Tosi's on the site, however. He's going to be blocking that plant, and suddenly it is a 2 versus 1 as Nose is the only player left. 14 HP. He finds a little bit of damage. 5 seconds, 4. He's going for it. Oh. It looked like he was going for the knife there. Tosi wanted it. The Fragorito robbed him of it.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. The nade usage so far for Vestavia has just been so good in Generals. They are missing some of those flashes, and that they need to actually hit those. That will be the thing that opens up the site. Only person who actually has or actually 2 of them have a buy, but the only people who do are Paul and Nate. It's actually, as they say that, what a shot, yeah. And they actually take him down. Fragorito is close, and he actually gets taken down too. What is happening? And Detrix in spawn, but he's on 100 ping. This could be a disaster.
Yeah, this is most likely going to be a potential pause coming out. Unfortunately, the round cannot be restarted because damage and kills have been dealt. But they can do just delay as much as he can. That looks like that's what Detrix going to be doing, just sitting in CT. Just waiting for his team to arrive to help him. Unfortunately, however, most of his team is dead. And one of his other players is saving. So that's going to be another round for the Generals. And the pause is called from Vestavia here. As, they're presumably going to be resolving this ping issue. It looks like he is coming down. Although it looks like actually two players having ping issues. 76 and 70 on... I don't even know how to say that name. I'm not even gonna try.
It's haircuts.
But oh, that's haircuts. Okay. yeah, haircuts also having some ping issues. It looks like 2 of these players are gonna be having some technical problems, which will presumably be resolved coming into this pause. But General's able to pick up a round off of that, being that those players were lagging. It was a fantastic push. Those 2 deagles are. There's nothing you can say to discount those deagle shots. One in mid versus an AWP, and another one just running into the site like he's simple out here. But
yeah, and it's unfortunate for the Vestavia team, but I think it's not going to be as crushing and frustrating because obviously they already got 2 picks in the round. It was already a 3v5. They had so much site control. I feel like they weren't lagging. There was, I would say, maybe a 15% chance that they actually win that round. They would have had to really, really work for it in that position. So even with lag, I don't even know if that was gonna actually be a round that they would have been able to pick up in the first place. But they're still taking attack pause. It does look like their pings are slowly going down, but just gonna wait. And Generals, their economy is actually pretty decent. If they lose this round, they will be able to buy up in the next. And yeah, that's going to be Vestavia removing the pause. And we're just waiting for Generals to confirm, and we're getting in the next round. But what a shot from Noah, and what a shot from Ferris. 2 instant eagle headshots to open up the round, and nothing you can really do if you're on the Vestavia side. I mean, that's just all pure, I guess, like you said, like simple style, just running in and deagling you. And sometimes you can't do anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much you can do. And, you know, like you were saying, it didn't really look like they had the setup all down on the side of Vestavia. You know, thinking back, it did look like they were playing very far back, just to compensate for those pings, waiting for those players to push into outside and see what they can do. So it looks like they were trying to play safe, potentially save those guns in the end. But Generals are able to eliminate them at the end of that fight. And again, going for that mid push, the Vestavia players are having none of it. That push from Fragorito, he's going to drop a weapon. He's actually not pushing to get that rifle. Very interesting. He's going to actually run back with that 5.7 and doesn't want to risk there being another player on that ramp that could take him out. Or gave up that chance to pick up that rifle, and looks like he's going to be pushing back. May not matter, though, because the bomb gravitating towards this B site. That's going to be a good opening pick, however, as Toasty is having none of it. Actually just scared these T's into really not pushing. They're going to be going in 1 by 1. This could be disastrous, and that is exactly what it is so far. That's going to be a good shot from Sloth, and looks like Generals could potentially be bringing this back. Very dangerous round for them. 2 versus 3. There are rifles in the hands of Vestavia, the AK-47 on Fragorito, as well as the AWP on down there, and that's going to be a good pick. It's going to be a miss. Sloth, the only player left now with this AWP.
Yeah, and he's being flanked from apps. This is going to be nearly impossible for him to predict, and he won't. They know exactly where he is. He's taken down, and it's 5-2. And I mean, that's just unfortunate for the general side. They didn't have, or didn't even use utility to clear it out, so they really needed to use their utility there and really step up their take there, as they know they had ops. And if you looked at the economy for the CTs, they had 3 pistols and 2 ops. That should not have been around. The generals lose, and yeah, I agree. Sloth instantly with a kill on A, and they're gonna nade him back, but he takes absolutely no damage from it, and it's gonna pull all the CTs away, and now there's only 1 person B, and that is so well. It's so worked out so well, and yeah.
Oh no, No's making a potential big mistake, firing that deagle through the smoke, causing some of the CTs to rotate back.
I think they're double faking.
Are they? It looks like they are, but they're dropping the bomb up there. It seems like they're really not 100% sure what they want to do. They got that pick into A. What they really should have done is, while they were, you know, while they had that time to have those CTs rotate, they should have pushed into that B site. But right now, they're seeming very hesitant to push into either of these positions, and now the CTs are spread in an area where they'll be able to rotate quickly to either of these sites.
Yeah,
well, look on the A. Look on A. It is a fake.
Sloth is in such a good position right now. This is crazy. Aircuts is also in a position. He doesn't miss that shot. And they don't expect Frag to be there. Sloth gets the trade. It's going decently well for the T's, but they need to get it, and Gooey's all the way on Cat. Aircuts doesn't expect him to be that close. Sloth is pinned down.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Nate and Sloth had so much to do. They had 1 in jungle, 1 in CT, 1 on Cat, and they were pincered.
Yeah, and I am just getting our producer in our ear that we have just confirmed that we will be working with OpTic Gaming, sponsoring the HSEL Nationals. They are going to be the title sponsor and will be providing for this prize pool. So again, thank you to OpTic Gaming for working with us. They again will be the title sponsor, and they will be providing quite a decent amount towards our prize pool. So that big announcement that you guys were told about in chat. We will be working with OpTic Gaming for this current major and hopefully for more to come. So back into the game, however, speaking of this current national tournament, the T's have taken over jungle completely. And they just got their hands on an AWP. They may have lost a player to do it, but they got their hands on it, but not for long. This is going to be dropped down by Detrick. I probably just peeked out so hard on the microphone, but
yeah,
those.
All right.
It's all good, all good.
And that molly from Gooey, they have to rotate back, and They're not in a good position. As I say that, Noah gets another with the Glock, and what is happening? They're losing gunfights to Glocks, just like they said, you know? Glocks! How are they losing to
Glocks!
this? They have so much utility, they have so many good guns.
Oh, hold on.
No one
This
is on
could be
A. That should be a
disaster
bomb
for
plan.
Vestavia.
Yeah,
That is 100%. Yeah, that's gonna be a bomb plan as these players are coming in. That's gonna, although maybe not. Detrick is walking up to the CT to bomb. No, it will be going down. Paul, however, is still only on the Glock, although Sloth of the AWP could be the decision maker. Unfortunately, it is not planted in a position that's easy to peek with that AWP. It's planted default. They could have pushed a little bit further in, and that's gonna be one of the players dead. This is potentially disastrous. I don't think he can. Oh, there's no kit. That's a 10-second defuse, and here it comes with the P-hops. It's being watched, however. 3, 2, 1, and that is going to be a defuse. Good attempt from the Generals. Unfortunately, they planted it in a position that was undefendable by Sloth.
Yeah, and just as a secret surprise, now we have the OpTic overlay, and as you can see, obviously extremely happy that they are partnered with us, and be able to see their beautiful logo right above the terrorist health bars and pictures, and we get right back into this game, and Sloth B does instantly get toasty. Petrick's gonna flash and pick up the op, but an advantage already for the Generals, and this could be a third round that they pick up.
Yeah, could potentially be another round to pick up, although we've seen the Vestavia win plenty of these 4 versus 5s in the past, and they're using their utility properly to block them out. Ooh, Fragorito almost getting caught by that Molly, falling off the ledge just a little bit, down to 12 HP. Oh, that was his, it was either his own or his teammate. They threw 2 up there.
Yeah.
But either way, Fragorito now down on 12 HP, almost pulling a 1G. Doesn't matter though, because he's not going to really be in the initial fight as the bomb is moving towards that B site. Gooey not able to find anything despite getting the peak.
Down
An early
to 4.
drop. Yeah, this just fell apart for Vestavia. 5 versus 2 now. AWP and a UMP in the hands of the CTs. Fragorito on 12 HP. This is most likely going to be a save, and that looks like exactly what Vestavia is going to be doing.
I completely agree, and I think that they really need to keep on doing what they were doing for a while, which is just being aggressive and getting those early picks. I feel like every round that they've done that, they've been able to close it out, and did that this round, and that's gonna net them a third. And the CTs, if you look at their economy, it's actually not very good. Only people who can buy next or drop next round with good guns, because they got economically reset here, are gonna be Detrick and Frag, and Fragorito only has a UMP, so it's going to be very dodgy buy, and if Generals can pick this up, Vestavia are going to be very broken.
Yeah, definitely going to be broken if they win this round. Sorry, was looking at a tweet, stuff being sent over by the production team, so got stuff in my ear, got some multiple things going on, but back into the game. Generals 7-3. They need to pull some back as we are on round 11. Gonna want a few more rounds on the board going to their CT side. It is only map 1, so I wouldn't be too worried if I were them. I'm not 100% sure who selected which map. I unfortunately do not have the veto in front of me that was done privately by these teams. Well, it may not matter. Generals pushing right into the site, almost getting caught out is Paul, who was able to survive. Sorry, Ferris was able to be saved by his teammate. And this looks like this is 100% going to be a round for Vestavia, unless these 2 players, 1 player, for Generals, unless Vestavia can bring it back with that Deagle, which they're not even going to attempt. Saving the armor, and that's a Deagle into the next round because their economy not looking that great. Yeah, nothing on Gooey, $100 on Toasty.
Like you were saying, not really much at all. The only person who has money is Fragorito, and I think that's because he just dropped his teammate a UMP. So nothing saved at all. And there's a meta recently, at least, about hero buys, hero rifles, and it's gonna be interesting to see if Vestavia do it, especially since they're up 7-4. Let's see if they actually go around that. Yeah, and they actually won't. They're gonna play this safe, and unless Generals make a big mistake, it should be 7-5, and they can even get 9-6 on Mirage, that's a very respectable half, and they're just gonna go B. And this is unfortunate because normally rushes or taking a site this fast, especially a close site like B, is not good on an eco round, but they decided to do it anyway, and it actually will work in their favor, as the only person who's there is Toasty. He's gonna be waiting for something to happen, and they're just being so careful about this. They do not want to give this round up, and Ferris is gonna work towards Cat, and Haircuts could have a potential to get a kill, and he knows it's B. He's gonna start rotating. And Toasty's waiting. He actually gets smoked off. He's just gonna run all the way back into the smoke and actually try to go for the planter. He doesn't get him, and it's down to Ferris, who gets one. Spraying at another, gets him as well. Noah gets tagged down with the dink, but Gooey's missing the deagle and gets taken down, and it's already down to Detrick, who's pushing apps. And this should be an easy kill for Sloth, and it will be 7-5. Generals pick up their third round in a row.
Yeah, General's starting to gain some momentum here. 7-5. They're only 2 away from tying up this half. And that is all of the rounds left in this half. Round number 13 coming in here. Oh, sorry, there's 3 more rounds to have, so they could actually take the lead if they win the remainder of the rounds in this half. We could be seeing Generals come into the second half with a 1-round lead. We'll see if that's going to happen. However, as Sloth picks up an early kill on the Toasty with that AWP, they know that Fregredo plays under that position. They're going to pre-fire him and take him out. The bomb's going down, although look at this. The spray just barely missing that bomb planter, doing some damage to Nose. Although in the end, it's worth it. The bomb goes down. Now 4 versus 2.
Ooh, 1 down. They have 3 to go, but bomb plant or after plant positions that are being played by so good. And it's gonna get double peeked, and it's down to free Haircuts, and he is being so hesitant here. I don't even know if he wants to go for it, but he does anyway, and he just gets taken down. A bit of hesitation coming out from him. Should have at least gone out with his teammate or just saved the gun, but decides to do neither, and it's 7-6.
Yeah, 7-6, and again, Generals here coming back. They've won the past 4 rounds in regulation, and there's 2 more rounds left in this half. They could 100% be taking this advantage going into the second half, as Vestavia now are on pistols. Is Nate on a Glock, or is that just me?
Yeah, he is on a Glock.
Why is he on a Glock?
I think I don't know.
Oh, he was AFK, I think.
That might have been it, but
No, he wasn't. Oh, yes, he was. Was he? No, he wasn't.
Look at Ferris, though.
Oh, he
There's
forgot to
4
buy.
people.
Nate tried to run back and buy. He completely forgot to buy. That's going to be a possible big mistake from the Generals, although... never mind.
Down, yeah.
Never mind. Ferris is just going to melt them.
And Noah, or sorry, not Noah, but Nate gets a kill with a Glock as well, which is hilarious. And guess it worked out for him, and 7-7, and this half is closer than it should be, especially for the CT side. They actually really want to have a 9-6 half, but it's already denied for them, and Generals pick this up. It's actually going to be a half in favor of them, which is unheard of for Mirage. We're going to wait for Haircuts to peek connector, but I think they have the angle, and oh yeah, they do. Noah is so ready for it, but he's not just peeking it yet. He's on Cat. He is going to be the person who's watching mid. He's not doing anything yet. Noah's actually in a good position, and he's actually getting banged out, and now they know exactly where he is. They're going to nade him, and he gets taken down by the nade. Toasty's getting apps control, but that's already a first pick to the Generals, and like I said, I feel like every time they do something aggressive like that, they always do well. And Noah with a sliding shot, and Haircuts gets a free haircut from Noah. His head gets wiped clean, and only person on A now is Detrick, and if they clear him out, this is going to be the round over. And oh yeah, Noah does. He's on a triple kill this round, and the only person left is Toasty, taken down by Ferris. And it's actually going to be... That's 6 rounds in a row for Generals, and a half going their way. 8-7.
Yeah, 8-7 now as the Generals take the 1-round lead, coming back, winning 6 rounds in a row after only winning 2 previously. The Vestavia had such a strong lead that they just let slip away. And now we come into the second half of map 1. or Vestavia are going to try to fight their way back on the T side of Mirage. And again, for those of you just tuning in now, this is a best of 5 series, the grand finals of the High School Esports League inaugural season of the Nationals. This is the tournament that all of these teams that play in the major series are working towards, and we are at the grand finals. The winning team takes away $12,500 in scholarships to whichever university that they decide to choose to attend. So lots on the line for these teams.
Yeah, I completely agree, and obviously Nationals, powered by OpTic, is a very important, I guess you could say, achievement for any of these teams. And, oh, Noah did that on purpose. That was next level, and I don't know if that actually did anything, but they're taking A, and I don't know exactly. Oh, they didn't know where he was, but they still hit the shot. Sloth gets another one, though. So there's trades back, and planting bomb, but they're in really, really weird positions, and the CT smoke actually did get offset because he jumped into it. All with another, Nate with a headshot, and it's down to a 2v4. And as I say that, now it's down to a 1v4. Gooey's done well. Can he do it again? They're all pushing him. They know exactly where he is. And they actually did something similar. Actually, the Vestavia side had someone in that position, and I think the generals just ran all the way in, and something similar to that, but happens back in generals when the pistol, and this should be a good chance for them to get double digits in this game so far.
Yeah, double digits approaching has, again, Vestavia struggling to come back. It's going to be a 7th round in a row won by generals, and it's going to be another eco from VHHS. So we should be seeing a 10th round on the board for generals, who are looking very comfortable. They're sitting on sites. They're not really peeking what they don't have to. And it looks like the side of Vestavia is a bit unsure of what they want to do, hoping to find a pick right now. Bomb gravitating towards this A site. Although plenty of time on the clock to do whatever they want.
Yeah, Noah is playing close, so he could be deadly for them, but they're actually going to rotate bomb all the way back. I don't know if they have a read on B or not, but Nate is in a really good position. Right when they start pushing out, he's just going to throw that, or when Paul actually sees them in a jump position, and that should be happening soon, as bomb is actually going to go all the way through ups and then through underpass. What are they doing? They're just going through the entire map, and they have info now on exactly where they are, and being so hesitant about this. Actually, Sloth hits that jumping shot, and that was crazy.
Sloth is having none of that A push, shutting them down. The bomb is in the hands of the T's again. Vetric can't seem to connect anything, however.
Yeah, that might have been a kill, but Paris jumping around, acting like it's his day off, and he's just getting to hit that headshot early on, and it's 10-7. Vestavia can buy, but they don't actually have too much utility. No mollies to clear out positions, no nades, and they do have flashes and smokes, which are important, but look at this push. Fragredo gets blinded, and if they don't clear this, could easily get a kill, and they won't. Oh, they will! And that's an early kill for them. That is a big mistake. I don't know how they lost that, and Detric's gonna push in, and they're on top of Cat. And another player down, and it's a 3v5, and we're barely in the round.
They're hunting him. Look at this. Gooey is going to find that player in mid. They want to equalize this. So they're going to find one over on that A site. But that may not be enough. 4 versus 3 now. The generals have the advantage. VHHS has the bomb in hand with 1 minute and 4 seconds left on the clock. Although, will they be able to do anything with it? Does not look like it. Gooey, the only player left with the bomb and AK in hand. Although he has 4 very hungry counter-terrorists on the general side who are fighting their best. They want this scholarship, and they are not going to let anything through the cracks.
Oh yeah, definitely not. And I mean, even with players on 19 and 4, this should be the round. And yeah, Ferris doesn't even take a bullet. He was only on 4 and closes it out with a double. Same with Sloth. And 7-11, not sponsored by the way. And we're going into the next round. Vestavia, no money to work with. And generals, they're just building up their bank because they've used the SMGs for so many rounds. Every single player can actually buy if they lose this round, and The only person who can is Noah, but Sloth he is on $8,200. He can easily bind that nade, does so much, and that molly. Oh no, they're being shut down.
Oh,
and
Ferris.
the only person who is there is Ferris, and actually a 3v3, so this is not going the way they wanted.
The bomb plant, however, is delayed. That molly down is preventing it. The bomb's gonna be picked up now. That's gonna be the bomb planter spotted, not going down. It will be going down eventually. It's gonna be a 3 versus 3. Only pistols on two of these players. An M4 in the hands of Toasty, who they now know exactly where he is. The spray coming out will do some damage.
But Nate has an op. Oh, okay. Well, as I say
I will do it.
I was gonna say Nate has an op on retake. It's gonna be harder, but wow, what a shot from him! Just wall bangs Toasty and round for generals, and especially with Nate on an op, it should not have been possible. But he knows exactly where Toasty is. Gets the wall bang and also secures the 12th round for generals. Obviously, you have to give credit to Sloth. Also got the final kill on the guy who was on Tetris, and generals are actually gonna take a pause.
Is that another tech, or is that... No, it doesn't look like tech.
Yeah, they're all moving around, so I think they just want to make sure that they don't lose this. Oh, it is?
Oh, unpausing. It must have been a sound issue or something. They immediately unpaused. They took a tech to figure out some issue, whatever it may be, but they are going to be prepared to be back in this game, waiting for the confirmation on the side of Vestavia.
They might not unpause, honestly. They might just use this for a tactical. Even though it was a technical pause at first, the generals, yeah, Vestavia just do not want to unpause. There they go.
There it is.
And 7-12 is there for Vestavia, but look at Fragrito. We've seen him do well with the P90 before. He could have fought Neke. Besides, not too interestingly enough, and if the Vestavia side loses this round, it'll actually be on max loss bonus. That's going to be $3,400 for losing rounds. Maybe the generals, after a while, might want to concede a round actually on purpose and reset their economy, especially since it's just been a shutout so far CT side. And then have to see what happens as they're going to take A. They smoke. They actually miss. There it is. And Ferris is going to spring through. Nothing yet. Actually tags him down just a tiny bit, and Julie is close, and finally it's the spray. They're being mollied down, they're being naded down, and they have sight, but...
Sloth just got a jumping leg there on Fragarito, actually.
Really?
He was still in the air when he fired. He had not landed on the ground. He was trying to jump over the smoke to get the spot, but he actually fired in mid-air and actually hit the leg. But 4 versus 5 is what we have right now. And look at the stack towards the mid.
Yeah.
This could be really good or really bad, depending on the TDs play this, and it's going really good for the T's. They're going to be spreading out now. They're going to be finding some more kills, and the remaining counter-terrorists are going to be running back. You know it is unwinnable. That's going to be round number 8 for Vestavia, so that was a loss for the generals who just missed a shot. But, as you said before, that is going to be the loss bonus reset for Vestavia, and plenty of money on the board for the generals.
Yeah, so the interesting thing that happened there is obviously Nate had an op, he was trying to save it, he gets 1. But the interesting thing is, he was too far away in the Vestavia. I actually can't recover the op, so still don't have one in this round, and they're just gonna go for an 8-take again. It worked last time, why won't it work this time, or why wouldn't it? And Noah is on a P250. Probably could have gotten a drop from Sloth, but he wants to save money for the op, and Ferris gets a first kill already, and that is brutal. They're just gonna rotate back. The only person who is thinking of sticking around there is Gooey, but he's slowly moving. He does not want to get the pick away, and yeah, they're just gonna be rotating.
I'm curious to know why they didn't purchase a gun for Nozarf there. Or Nozaraf. Nozaraf. How do you say that? Nozaraf?
Noah is a ref.
Noah is a ref. Okay. Noah is a ref there, only on the 5-7, which is a formidable opponent for some of these weapons if they can get the drop on him, but not as good as a rifle. The AWP shot is going to be missed by the CT. They're going to be cleaning up. Look at this!
Maybe it's a triple, and it's a 3v1. This should not be possible.
Oh,
it is Toasty. It's another. They're marketing Cat, but Guy Cat is not there yet, and if Sloth overextends, could be around. He's planting. He actually fakes.
Oh, he's looking the wrong
Doesn't
direction. He's
expect
gonna
the
get shot from
but
Cat.
Cat doesn't peek.
Oh my god.
But Sloth does. Oh, barely.
Such a good attempt from Toasty. If he had just looked on Cat, it's very plausible he would have won that round. 13-8 is Vestavia are starting to finally put some rounds on the board. But
Only one and they're reset.
they are reset, yeah. For whatever reason, they're still on CT. General's picking up another round, 13-8. On round 22, this is going to be going the distance, it looks like. And Vestavia, this is the last round they have to try to win this before their economy, again, is reset. A bit of a botched smoke from Noah Zaraf. So it could open up the A site since there's nothing really stopping them other than that one smoke. And here come the utility from the T's. The push is going to be coming out.
Oh.
Nothing found from Ferris. They shut him down immediately. Although Noah Zaraf picks up 2. That's going to equalize it. 3 versus 3. The bomb going to be going down the A site in the CTs now on the retake.
Yeah, and that's so important for Noah to be able to get 2 kills there, and he didn't. That probably would have been the round over. That's the op. It looks like Toasty will, and where is he playing? He is ramp. So this is going to be a very hard after plant, but it's actually not planted from my knowledge. It's planted default. I'm going to slowly start taking one of them's fire, one of them's under, being flanked from Palace. Will they expect him under? Yes, they will, and it's down to Toasty. It's not even planted for him yet.
Oh,
they have
somebody
to defuse.
They don't have it. No kit. There's no kit. 3, 2, no! Oh, such a big mistake from Generals. They had that. If somebody had stuck that, they would have had to defuse. Unfortunately, a lack of communication. Every one of those Generals players rushed that opper. And Vestavia were able to pick up that round by that communication mistake on the Generals. 13-9 is the score line. They're in. Look at this. The Generals, they're on pistols. That could have been a massive mistake for them.
But the problem is that Vestavia are rushing B, and Sloth this here gets 1.
Blind.
He pushes up. Not the second yet. That's the info. 4v4 it's possible. And yeah, that was a blind shot. Will.
Yeah, and that's also the only AWP rifle that is. It's the only rifle on the General side. They have all pistols now versus 4 AKs. And presumably somebody will be able to pick up that AWP if needed. But either way, this is not an even fight.
Really at all. Though they don't have an AWP in their hands right now, that's probably even better for them. Well, as I say, that one down, there's more naps gets taken down as well, and it's a 2v2. They don't know where they are, and they don't have kits, and they're saving. They do not need to go for this.
There's a kid on site on that AWP. They do pick up the AWP, and they're gonna be running. They're trying to get out of dodge. They're not going for it.
That trick is dead, and they save it.
Oh, he survived!
Barely, but
doesn't matter. He still took away the AK and won the round.
That is so much damage done to Vestavia.
Did they lose the AWP?
Yeah, they got an AWP and an AK.
Wait, did the CTs lose the AWP? They had it in their hands. They did.
No, it's on the ground. No, Sloth picks it up, but yeah,
I got really scared there. I could have.
Yeah, and I mean, Generals, look at what they did in that round. There was only one person remaining, and worked out so well for them. And an AWP saved. They're just gonna rush B, and that's not the call. Nate with 2 so far, tags down another, and Sloth gets 1 dropping down, and this is looking like it will be a 14th. Unless Toasty can make a play, but he's on 14 and dead.
Yeah, really nothing that Lunch can do here. He's gonna be picking up 1 in mid, although he's down to 23 HP. They know exactly where he is. The flash isn't gonna actually. He's gonna flash himself. Sloth making a bit of a mistake, and they should know exactly where that CT is. Although even if he picks up this 1, which he will not, he would still have 2 more to find. That is gonna be a great shot with the pistol in the mid, giving Generals their 14th round. They're now only 2 rounds away from picking up the first map of the grand finals.
Yeah, and look at the buy from Vestavia. It is so broken. They only, I mean, CZs are good and the Deagles are good, but they have an AK, one rifle, and they're gonna go A. Sloth is playing close with an M4. He actually drops the Optiferous. And if the player on Cat, which will be Paul, can get a good cross, it will be massive blunder. Sloth peeking in. Oh, he's gonna get traded, and they'll get traded very soon. He's actually gonna blunder. And they don't have a molly for it. Gets one, he gets two. He can't get another, and they're taking him down.
Never underestimate the dead.
As I say that, Paul, they start planting in default, and he just completely destroys him and throws one. Space through, can't get the kill, but he forces him out, and that's a kill. It will be taken by Nate.
I don't know if you saw that, but they actually tried to throw that M4A1S to his teammate because he thought he was going to die in the molly and or a crossing. Unfortunately, it landed up on top of the scaffolding, leaving that last T player with only the CZ instead of an M4. But nonetheless, he most likely wouldn't have won that round anyway, and we are on 10 to 15. Generals now just need to pick up this one last round. And again, Vestavia have nothing. They have 3 Deagles, a CZ, and a UMP. Definitely could do some damage, although versus an AK, 3 M4s, and an AWP, it is not looking good. At this point, Vestavia are most likely looking at the next map.
Definitely, it's even worse than the last round spike. It's a good flash, but Ferris is in a good position, gets one. Will he get another? No, he won't, actually. That smoke does have a gap, and no, it's not going to capitalize just yet, and Generals want to make sure that they're not faking. They're going to start rotating now. It's a 4v4, and the only person who has a gun now is actually going to be Haircuts. And they heard Toasty take molly damage. He's going to peek out, try to make a hero play. Unable to, and he's just being spammed through the box by Nate. Last 2 people are rammed. This should not be a round that they win. One down. It's down to Detrick. Gets one. Can't get it. And it's going to be 16 to 10. Generals picking up the first map.
Yeah, Generals picking up map 1. They are now 2 maps away from being crowned the HSEL Season 1 champions. I'm going to be waiting for these players to set up the second map. But yeah, thoughts on that match?
Yeah, so I actually really thought that the CT side and the T side were decently lacking on the Vestavia side. I think that they really need to go back and look at this match. There were a lot of first picks that they lost, and while can't really do much about that specifically, I guess something that you should do is that if you know that they're good at getting those early picks, you should be trying to play off angles so they can't just pre-fire you with the Deagles in window. They can't just hit those shots, and unable to do so. And for some reason, some of these players disconnected. I don't know why, as we're still waiting for the WL.
Could have been a default. I'll move right there. It looks like they are requesting potentially a different server, so we're gonna be looking into that right now.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but it is 1-0, and the interesting thing about this is that this is actually going to be a best of 5 series, not a best of 3. So these teams need to get 3 maps to win this series, not just 2. And stepping in the right foot does look like the Washington Lee Generals will be picking up first map. But will they be able to pick up the second? We don't know what the second is yet. I will actually check on that, but does look like we'll be going to that very shortly, and it's gonna be exciting to see what happens. It could easily go on to the 5th map, but I don't think we've ever had that. Actually, we have. I think that was spring season where we had actually 5 maps, and the 5th map went into overtime from what I remember. And of course, Vestavia were the people who were in that match in spring season, and they actually won the best of 5. So do have experience with long games like this, and they also do have experience with pretty much all of the maps.
What server are they on right now?
Like what region?
Yeah.
They're on New York.
Oh, down New York.
Yep. We're just waiting for this right now. Still waiting for him to reconnect them. They're just all AFK. I don't know what's happening here, but Vestavia do lose the first map, and much to say other than that. General's looking extremely strong, especially with those early first picks, but I think if Vestavia actually think about what happened this match, and they try to improve on it going into the second, I think that could really help them, and they do have some time to think about it, considering that none of the, that is, General's players are actually on right now. They're all AFK or disconnected, so we're gonna be waiting for that, and while we're waiting, we're gonna just turn on the music, and we'll be back with you very shortly for the second map of this best of 5 HSEL Nationals 2018, powered by OpTic Gaming, and we'll see you very shortly, guys.
Your lips are stained with fiction. You always have your reasons, and I spoil your rotten. Your hands are sealed in pockets. You fill them with your secrets. To you, I am nothing. I am Can you feel it? The fire in your soul, leaping at the chance for love. Can you feel it? Haunting your senses, letting all your feelings go. But I can feel it rushing through my veins. Your love's the only drug I know. But we've been playing the hand now we're dealt, so we can light it up. I know that we can make it through the night, but I can feel the fire inside, so there won't be no fear tonight. We crossed the line, and now it's clear to see the light behind the suffering. Believe we'll finally be free. Let the silhouette cast upon your heart, turning every little moment into scars. Baby, it's our chance to make a start, so we can fly.
I know that we will make it. I know that we will make it. I know that we will make it. I know that we.
I know that we can make it through the night, but I can feel the fire inside, so there won't be no fear tonight. We crossed the line, and now it's clear to see the light behind the suffering. Believe we'll finally be free.
Running around like dollars in the wind, bending over backwards just to let you in. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. I've been putting in the hours, and it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the I'm sick of fighting the things that you said. I don't wanna burn all our bridges ahead. I'm tired of going to bed when you left me on red just to turn up the noise in my head. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. You were calling me a liar, 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 liar. I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the putting in the
Send my heart into the sound, slowly drifting into.
We're quickly having some technical difficulties. We're really sorry about the delay. We'll be back with you as soon as possible with this best of 5.
It's your time to know something that is real. The Milky Way, I feel you standing. You're the weakness and I find. And now the
Alright, everybody. We're gonna be getting right back into this very shortly. Alright. Looks like we will be getting into the match right now. Obviously, we still have Brendan here, who will be the co-caster helping me, so I don't get tired, because this might be a very long series. Looks like that's exactly how it's gonna be. So, knife round. It's gonna go to the generals. They're gonna opt to stay, and we'll be getting into this very shortly once these teams ready, and that's about it. So
Yeah, teams are ready to up. The warm up. That knife round was just complete. That wasn't the actual knife round. Yeah, it was the actual
No, it
knife round.
was,
So
yeah.
knife round was complete. I was tabbed out looking at the whatever issues they were talking about. Resolved. So we are going to be getting into the game right now. Knife round completed. We're going to be having Vestavia starting on the CT side.
Yep.
And generals forced onto the T side as they did lose the knife round, and doesn't look like any buys except for armor from both teams. A little bit of utility out of the generals.
Posty with one, can't get another. Oh no, he can't. Yeah, it's mostly armor, utilities on Noah, but that's about it. I think every single person had armor other than... Yeah, other than haircuts, but they're gonna slowly start taking A, and that trick is there, but if he's careful, he's gonna get overrun. He's gonna go into pit and hide in there for now, but nothing really happening. They're actually gonna rotate B, and they only have one person there, and that's gonna be Gooey. He's gonna be waiting for them to push, and they're actually going for a really good fake there. If they go B now, which they actually won't, but if they are going B, they actually don't know what they're doing. They're deciding if they want to go B, but taking A, and one of them, Gooey's finally rotating, but they're gonna be already out. He's gonna call it to his teammate. Oh, he's not even looking there. They're gonna molly it, but now he has to realize, and he's gonna push in, but the molly actually didn't work. Noah doesn't expect it, and Gooey... Yeah, will he find another? No, and...
Runs out of ammo, unfortunately. But it's all going to be left up to Fragorito in CT spawn. I know where he is. This should be an opening round for the generals. Maybe Fragorito pushing up, taking even more damage there, down to 73. He knows the Sloth is going to be somewhere in mid. He expects him. Sloth hears him coming, takes him out.
I'm casting.
1-0 as generals open up the game.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that they lost that. Obviously, Gooey and Toasty are the only people with one, and Toasty probably wishes he could have done more in mid there, but he's unable to, and he only gets one. And as I say that, though, Toasty tags him down with the scout, tags another one down with the scout. He's doing so much damage. Does get taken down to 16 health, but that's all that's gonna happen so far, and they're just gonna take as much mid control as possible because no one's there. Gonna flash him and try to take it. Only person who's closest haircuts. He is watching for it. Paul pushes out, gets the kill. That's a good one. Now it's only Gooey, and he's being pincered from both sides. He's gonna at least have to get one in. Will not be able to. Only person who does get a frag on the Vestavia side will be Fragorito, and he's gonna try to drop the Galil over to Detrick, who does pick it up. He does have armor, but it's gonna be a hard retaken. Only person who's even close is Fragorito, and he's already tagged down. They're probably gonna just wait for something to happen, but nothing will. Only person who's closest is Paul. He actually might run out. He's already on 2 and try to get some extra money. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. Last 2 people are along. Detrick with a Galil. Toasty wants to save the scout, and that's gonna be a second for generals. What do you think of this game so far, Brennan?
You know, generals looking strong in the beginning. They, again, 2 rounds on the board. We should be seeing a potential buy round pretty soon, although it looks like Vestavia forced up there, so I'm not going to be seeing it quite yet. Generals should have a free round in their hands.
Yeah, I completely agree, and you look at the economy for the T side, it's so good because they've just been using SMGs this entire time, and they already actually, that was nearly instantaneous. Forced Fragorito back, and if they take long, they're gonna have absolutely no contention. We do have a lot in mid. Toasty does get tagged down without doing any damage to anyone, actually, and Gooey's down to 55 as well, so there's a lot of damage being traded out, but as I say that, That trick gets one, gets traded back, and they're just gonna take long. Do they expect frag? Oh, they do, and it's down to Gooey. And free haircuts. Haircuts pushing in. Can't get the kill, and finally does on Ferris, but he's down to 13. He's gonna try to go for the sight molly. He's too far back. Doesn't land correctly, and Gooey, he's on 55. Ain't not expecting it, but all down to haircuts, and he might even save this Galil yet again, and that's what he's gonna try to do.
Yeah, that Galil in the hands of... I can't even... I keep seeing that Russian name, and I blank on who it actually is.
Haircut.
Haircuts, thank you. Haircut there has that Galil with 13 HP. They're almost gonna find him. He will find one for himself. But here comes Noah. He shouldn't be able to find him, however. That Galil should be held on to, although he's gonna be walking into him. Did he get him?
No, he didn't.
Okay, he didn't get him. I wasn't sure if that Galil dropped now because Noah disappeared off my HUD for a second. But I think round number 3 and for the Generals, Noah able to hold on to that Galil. I'm just going to give Vestavia just one more rifle coming into this round, and will allow them to hold on to just a little bit of money. As they're still not even in the first full buy round of Vestavia. Force after force, they're trying to find something. They will be able to pick up some decent buys here. They will have 3 M4s, a P90, and a Galil, as well as some utility, although not that much. Looking on the side of the Generals, however, plenty to work with.
Yeah, I completely agree, and while we're waiting for this on pause, I'm looking at chat, and I do see people talking about NAC 2, and while I agree that NAC 2 could be a very good game, obviously Donkey does say that it might release, and I do believe him, but I think that if Smash Bros. Does add Boss Baby, I think that would be a lot better, but while we're waiting, we're gonna get into this much shortly. It is
Honestly,
a technical.
if the new Smash game adds Despacito 2, that will be like game
That's
of the
the
year.
soundtrack, yeah.
Yeah, that's just looping every menu, every screen, even in game, just loops Despacito 2. That will be the best Smash game of all time. The record sales for any game ever, video game or board game, nothing will beat it.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I think that to really top it off, Jimmy Neutron is also a really good choice. I mean, they do have Donkey Kong, who's obviously an impersonator of Jimmy Neutron with his haircut, but as I say that, on pause, and we're getting back in the match. 0-3 in favor of the Generals. They did win the first map, so if Vestavia lose this, they're gonna have backs against the wall. They're gonna have to win every single map if they lose this one, but not there yet. It is gonna be a janky buy to say the least for Vestavia. They do have a P90 and a Galil, but everyone else on M4s, and Sloth is doing it really quickly. Gets tagged down, doesn't do any damage yet, and actually dies.
Through the smoke, Gooey wasn't having any of that. Sloth is trying to just spray a little bit through that smoke, and Gooey just shut him down completely, and that's going to be an early pick for Vestavia, which could potentially bring them into this round and give them the first on the board. They still have nothing up there, 3-0. And now the Generals have slowed down. They're not exactly sure where they want to go, trying to find some picks. Playing this very slowly, trying to figure out where these CTs are. Now that they're down a player so early in the round.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at A, they actually have 3 people there, but they're gonna take mid control. Will they, if they go B, which I think they smoked off CT, yeah they did, they're gonna go B through mid, but will they expect haircuts to be there? Nate is super scoped in. They do. For a shot, and now it's all down to Gooey, who's gonna be pushing in a tons, and he gives away exactly where he is, gets taken down, and that should not be happening. It's down to a 4v3, and it's looking like it's gonna be a long way back up for Vestavia. As I say that, trades across. One of them is tagged down, Toasty, and a tricker there, and Toasty gets the kill. He's done well before, but he's down to 15. He's gonna pick up the up. He's gonna save, and that's gonna be a 4th for Generals. Don't know if they're gonna hunt for this op, and doesn't look like they will. They have enough money to work with, and might have been able to retake it, but after being tagged down to 15, there's nearly no way he can, and 4th confirmed for Generals, and Vestavia not yet have found their footing in this match.
Yeah, Vestavia yet to really find anything. General's picking up the 4th round. As we're gonna be waiting for this is another no pause. Sorry about that. My HUD's being a bit glitchy, but you're gonna be seeing the Generals again on a bye, and Vestavia forcing round after round. They really have nothing going on here, and this should be round number 5 on the board for the Generals.
Yeah, I completely agree. Only person who has a gun is Toasty. He's holding close and Cat. He could get a pick here if they don't flash it out, but they should. Problem is that I don't know if they expect him to have this, although he did save last round. They are gonna flash, but he actually... Oh, he hits it! He was full blind there! It's a man advantage, and unfortunate for Paul, unable to really do anything there. Toasty just timing the shot and actually takes him down. That is gonna...
Toasty picking up that kill.
Yeah.
They're making another early advantage from Vestavia, although we saw them with an early in the previous round. And now combined with having pistols, I'm really not sure if Vestavia is going to be able to hold on to this.
Yeah, I completely agree. They smoke off CT. They're gonna go for a split again. The problem is that the person who's taking mid is Sloth. If he gets taken down, he's being shot at. Ooh, they whiff the shots, but watching CT doesn't expect them to be that close. It's a 3v3. It's possible. So as I say that, Detrick taken down by Ferris, and they're being flanked right now. They're gonna push in as soon as possible because they know that they're being flanked. Noah pulls out a grenade, and this is falling apart. It's only Nate, and Ferris can't rotate fast enough. This could be a round. Nate is buying so much time for his teammate. And right when I swap off, he actually finishes off Toasty. It's a 5th for Generals, Vestavia on 0, or Vestavia that is, and...
Yeah, Vestavia.
Yeah.
Still nothing on the board. They're going to be buying into this round. That loss bonus has given them quite a decent amount of money to be able to buy their proper arsenal. We're going to be seeing 2 AWPs. One presumably on A, one in mid. That's going to be an early pick from Sloth on the B site, causing no rotation yet. They're holding their own. They are not 100% convinced. Well, look at this. Look at this. Ferris is going to be caught with a flash out.
But they can trade so easily, and he's stuck. He's going to try to run through smoke, and... Actually, who had bomb there? Noah should have had the angle, but he didn't, and... I trade the kill back. And like you said, that's unfortunate for Ferris. He's been a stand-up player most of these maps, but unable to do it just yet.
Yeah, that smoke was still up, allowing that CT to safely slip away after getting that kill. But we are going to be seeing a push into mid right now. Nothing found yet. Nobody really peeking, playing it safe on both sides. It looks like they want to do a mid to B or potentially fake that. It looks like it is going to be a fake as these teams are pushing up on the cat. Oh, no, almost getting shot in the back by his teammate. Coming from both sides, it's going to be trades 3 versus 3 as there is going to be 1 CT left in the CT spawn. The bomb is going to be going down by Noah. That's going to be a pick by Fragorito. 2 versus 3 now. The Generals are down a man.
Noah is in such a bad spot right now, and this should be a round for Vestavia. Yeah, it will be, but... That got close. The heroics from Gui, Detrick, and Fragorito, especially with that pick on Cat, definitely sealed the round for them. If they had the pick on Cat, that surely would have been a round for Generals. Unable to close it out, but it's still 5-1, and I mean, that's such a big advantage, especially on T side, but CTs have actually kept them very modest. I mean, the last 3 rounds they won before that last round, they only had 2 people surviving each time, so they kept them very modest on their buys, and that actually really messed with their economy, and they lose this round, they're actually going to be broke. Even though the T side is known to be cheaper, unable to really get their financial footing now in this game. Although they do have the rounds to work with. They're going to be smoking long, they're going to be taking long. Toasty's there, and he really wants that pick, but they have really good utility use. Actually gets hit with a smoke, and Detrick's on site, gets one. Doesn't get the other. Paul gets them. Now they're all rotating, trying to go for the jumping shot, but if he does this again, they could easily punish him. They're planting. They don't expect it. Cargrito with one, digs down another. Unable to get another one, though. Toasty's there, whiffs the shot. That was important. And it's an AK and an op. Be able to retake this, and Noah's gonna start planting. Getting wallbang through, and Gooey's tagged down to 40. They're deciding what they want to do. They actually push through the molly. Haircuts with one. Nate's being tagged down. But he actually gets the kill, and he's on a triple for this round for his team. On 10-3, and yeah. Gooey has an op, he's down to 40, and he's just gonna save him. That's a 6 secured for Generals. It was looking shaky sometimes, but Nate, the triple, secures the round for his team, and he's doing extremely well in this match so far. He's actually sitting on 125 ADR.
Yeah, General's looking just so strong right now. There's gonna be 6-1 right now. As that AVP is gonna be saved. They should have enough for Vestavia if they wanted to have some sort of a shoddy buy, although I'm not 100% sure if they are going to be going for it. It looks like they aren't making any buys as of yet, so it is going to be, as I say, the last second they decide to purchase up those rifles, and they are going all in into this round. They have the rifles, although they do not have any money if they lose this round. That's going to be an early pick in mid. Sloth, great shot from him. That's going to be a rifle out of the hands of Vestavia, and that's going to be number 2 as Ferris picks up another. The rush in the mid, look at this. Nate is going to catch out 2 of these CTs, potentially. Oh, no. He gets dropped down by Haircuts.
Oh.
Look at this. This could be, this is any man's game right now. 3 versus 3 as Gooey picks up the pick in mid. He's going to be going for the jump up here. He's done it in every other round. I don't know if he's going to go for it again. Looks like he wants it. He's going to hit it. Going for number 2. He's not going to get it.
It's one. He's down against free Haircuts, and he's playing this so well. Nothing yet.
In both these teams, though. Paul played it very well himself. Hiding behind that box, not getting too aggressive, waiting until he had the peak to hold back that player. And 7-1 now is the scoreline as the economy on Vestavia is broken. They have nothing left.
And I mean, they're just playing so well on this map so far, and if they win this, like I said, they're going to be 2-0 up, and it's a best of 5, so they're not just done yet if they win this. But they're going to have such a big advantage, and Vestavia are going to have to win 3 maps in a row without losing any to be able to back and win the grand prize pool. But got Tricks on Cat waiting, and as I said, Sloth actually takes some damage from Fragrito on long. And they're pretty much just everywhere. CT scrambling to try to find an early pick, unable to do so far. They're actually not being tagged down too much, but that boost is actually crazy. I've never seen that. They boost in lower tons for Ferris to have sight on Cat. Get a headshot. They do not expect that, and they're going to start taking it. Toasty is there, gets taken down. So is Fragrito, who gets tagged down as well. Gooey gets 1 kill in mid, and he picks up an AK, and he has armor, but he's down to 32. They're going to start taking it. Nate does not expect him to be that close. That's another kill for Gooey. It's a 3v2. It's possible,
Yeah, that's going to be
heroics.
Fragarito as well coming back for that rifle, playing it very smart. Oh, no, it's a save. They're holding on to those guns. They know that they have no money on that team, so they're going to hold on to these AK-47s for the next round. They know their chances are very low against the AWP, the Galil, and the AK of the Generals with the bomb planted and a little bit of utility. So they're going to hold on to these AKs in the next round to bring a little bit of firepower in. Because again, their economy is not looking good whatsoever.
Yeah, I completely agree. And Gooey with 2 good picks, but obviously not enough to close out the round. They do have 2 AKs saved in this, so that could be very lethal. Especially since I've definitely seen them get headshots with the M4 and not been able to close out the kill. Obviously, unless they do a wallbang, will not happen with the AK, so that lethality is going to be useful. And let's see who they drop it to. Obviously, Toasty. He's definitely, statistically, in my opinion, been their best player, and I understand that. Same with Gooey, who's doing extremely well this match, 8-6, and drop it to their players who have been doing well, and waits for the cross smoke. And they're just going for a default A setup. Nate's waiting for push. They're not going to do it just yet, but Ferris is taking long, and they actually have no long control at all. They don't have any ops to deal with this, any ops to counter.
Yeah, Vestavia knows this. They're playing back in that site. Actually, it looks like they're playing in CT with two of their players. I'm sorry, one up on Cat, one in mid. And only one player defending down in the cubby position, the elevator position, sorry, as they're just waiting for these seeds to come to them, really. They've tried these aggressive positions. It hasn't been working out from the past. GUI should be making the call. There is a flashbang in the B, but this looks like it's going to be a fake.
Yeah, and the only people they have on A is Toasty and Detrick. Detrick is on Cat, and Toasty's in elevator. They're faking B. There's 3 people there. Will the CT rotate? No. Actually, the CT will rotate off of B to A. That's actually such a good call. Now those 2 people who were trying to take B are stranded. Toasty with 1. That was not a good smoke. They actually miss it. And they know they know that they've been doing that before. Toasty trying to get the shot. Oh, gets it as well, but not before they plant. And the 2 people B have to go, and they have to go now. One of them down, and they're gonna start defusing. It's a 10-second. He actually gets off the bomb, kills them, and now he knows that they're both far away. He doesn't have a kit. Will he be able to do it? 3
Oh,
seconds
I think
left.
he may have it.
He
Oh,
does.
he has it.
And that is
Kill
so
him, though.
disappointing.
That was
Nate
so
takes
close.
him
They got the
out.
initial knife on him, and I was really hoping to get that P90 kill for the clips, but that's gonna be
Second round only, though.
second round.
And
Yeah.
if they lose this, they're reset. And that's going to be a massive problem for Vestavia. Does look like they're going to go for B take. Louis going in early. If he spams through, that could be a shot for Sloth, but he's deciding not to. And that nade will do damage. It will do a lot. That's going to do the 8. Yeah, actually, I think they're going to try to go for another fake. Ferris is in mid. I think he actually got the info on exactly where Fragrito is. And they're running around. They're being so loud about this. They have so much info. And they're going to peek. Fragrito should be going down here. They're all there and unable to get one. And Haircuts is deciding if he wants to go for the repeat to get the kill. Hey, Flash actually goes behind him. And the only person on B now is GUI. He's going to have to go massive. He's going to have to go nuclear. And he's being pinned down and gets taken down fast. Detrick is last, and no one on the general side falls. 9-2. Vestavia, that is. We're very poor.
The generals were not having any of that from GUI. He wasn't the site, but they knew exactly what they were. Ooh, English. They knew exactly where he was, and they just rushed him. So, round number 9 on the board for the generals. I don't have gun sounds right now, which is pretty cool, but
Haircuts gets tagged down, of course, when he's crossing mid by Sloth. Good flick.
yeah, playing it very slow. Generals could be finding something. That's gonna be a good opening kill, and that's gonna be Paul picking up a number 2. That's gonna be a 5 versus a 3 now. Pistols again are the only weapons in the hands of Vestavia. They need to make something work, or else the generals will pick up their 10th round already out of 12 in regulation. It's really not looking good for Vestavia. They are already down 1 map.
Yeah, and they're going cat. The only person who's there is Fragrito on A. And... ooh, Haircuts with a good
What a
shot. Takes down Nate. Yeah, and their CTs are on very low, and Sloth is so close. He should have that, and yeah, he does. He's been so on point with this game. He's actually pretty much tied for bottom frag, but I feel like every single time he holds a corner without op, he does get it done. Well, down to GUI. He has a deagle. Ferris is in a position that he may not expect, and should be easy for him. And it will be. And it's 10-2. And man, if Vestavia can't pick this up, it could easily be 13-2, and that is such a bad start, and that could easily be Generals picking up a 2-0 maps-wise, and then they'd only need 1 more.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Now they're
generals
back.
looking very strong. They're getting very close to that grand prize of $12,500 in scholarships. They'll just need one more map after this. If they do win, they still have a CT side to play through after this, and Kiwi just getting melted by those T players pushing up long. Look at this, Toasty's running in. Not able to find anything, however. That is going to be a good shot from Detrick. Actually picking up 2 for himself, doing very well, holding on 12 HP. Sloth actually going to shoot him through the box.
Like I said, Sloth is turning up in this match so far. I mean, he is just hitting every shot, and he's hitting important ones too, and Nate is watching right when Haircuts peaks. Should be going down. He's actually really patient for this, and Nate's holding a good angle.
There it is.
Doesn't even have to get the body shot. Gets the leg, and yeah, there it is. 11-2, and Vestavia taken by, but I mean, even if they win the next 2 rounds, it's 4-11, and that is not a half that you want to see coming out from any team.
No, that is not anything good here. Vestavia have just collapsed completely in this round.
Yeah, and
Or in this map, however.
dude, every single time they cross, they get hit. I mean, look at Gooey. He's down to 31, and he instantly gets taken down. They only need 1 bullet. He's gonna peek. Nate is so ready, and they are just so good on this map. Sloth with another one, and he gets one pushing long, and it's a 1v5. They literally have not taken any damage in this round up to then. They all had 100, and they got it down. 1v5, and as I say that, Toasty gets 2, but it should not be possible for him to do this, especially with Sloth moving in with the CZ. He has 33, and he expects to push from mid, but they're in really good after plant positions. This will not be a round that he gets in.
Almost picks up a 3rd there.
Yeah.
Noah left on 5 HP, but Generals 12-2 right now as they are fighting their way and just grinding through this map. They want it, and they want it bad. 12-2, picking up, or sorry, close to picking up their 2nd map out of the 3 that they need.
Actually, the stack B.
Oh, the autos coming out. That's 2 of them, as well as 2 AWPs. The Generals have enough money where they can buy pretty much whatever they want and do whatever they want, as it is the last round of the half. Fortunately for Vestavia, they are on a pistol, a Swag 7, an MP7, a UMP, and a Scout, so they really do not have too much to work with.
And the funny thing about this strat is that it's actually really, really smart. After they use their autos, they actually drop them off out of the map and pick up AKs back again. So they don't have any autos to give to the CTs right now. They do not want to give those away. And a push. And he's not able to get the kill. And if Toasty was able to do so, that might have been around Gooey. Doesn't expect him to be that pushed up, and it's Frag. He's unable to get another one.
Nate
Close it out with a 3K, 13-2, and if Generals win the pistol, it's pretty much game over.
Yeah, Generals, 13 rounds. They just need a pistol, pretty much. Like you said, to win this game, they'll be so close. Bring them to 14. There will be no money on the side of Vestavia, and they will just need to win just a couple more. Moving on to map number 3.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're looking at the scores, it's actually really interesting. The bottom fragger for the General side is going to be Noah Zaraf, but the thing is, he's on 8. That's actually tied with Gooey, who's the top fragger for Vestavia, so they're in a really bad position right now. If they lose this pistol, this could be it. See what happens, but they're just going to go for a B push, and Nate has a perfect nade for it. They're going to have to run through. They're taking damage, and all of the CPs are ready. As I say that, oh, actually, they are working with it. Noah gets 1, and Sloth gets 2. Good headshot. Sees him cross, and now he knows that they're going to plant default. So 3v2 sorry, retaken. This should be around, but Toasty and 3 haircuts can easily bring this back if they so desire, and they work hard enough for it. They get 1, and they actually, whoa! Haircuts peeks door, instantly takes on Sloth, and Toasty, a long battle right into one of the players' crotches, takes him out 3-13. Still looking dire, but at least they pick up the pistol.
Yeah, not looking too great for them. Like, you know, they were able to pick up the pistol, which is the first step towards recovery. And they look at this. They have so many pistols. The Generals in the mid. They're just rushing it. The Scout shooting through, only able to get one shot on them.
Oh,
They're
no.
hoping that in numbers it can work. They pick up one, and it's just really the scout. They know the scout. They're rushing them. They want these guns. He
Oh,
picks
no.
up one, although that's not potentially enough. They do have in their hands a scout, and they
And an
should be able to
AK.
pick up. There it is. Yeah, there's the AK in the hands.
So
Are they
much.
saving it? They're going for it. They are all going to be pushing long fast. Is anybody watching this right now? Somebody
Yeah,
is. Somebody has
really.
to be. This could be so bad for Vestavia. And also so good for Generals if this happens. They pick up one. Unfortunately, Ferris is on low HP. He picks up one. Picks up, not able to find number two quite yet. The bomb is taken down. It looks like Vestavia will be able to hold on to this round.
But I mean, look at how much
they will.
damage they did.
Oh, they did a lot. That economy is shredded. They will still be able to buy up what they need, but they did not save as much, nearly as much as they would have liked to. Generals did exactly what they needed to do, and they made that round as expensive as possible for Vestavia.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, if you looked at the guns they had like nothing to work with. They really didn't. They had like a P250 and all USPs, and getting 3 kills, almost 4. One of them's down to 3 is unprecedented. Well, it gets 1. And he can't get the other. Fast flank is taken down, and Detrick's down hard, but he is bomb plant. He's gonna be safe for now, and should be a 5th for Vestavia. If they bring this back, this would be miraculous, but just considering that the Generals got it down to a 2v3 on an eco, a full eco.
2v4.
2v4, yeah, jeez, I mean, that's crazy to think about. And they didn't even have guns, but obviously it's down to Paul. Trying to get one, gets headshot to the box. He's down. 5-13. Now the Generals will show what they're made of. Sloth should have enough to pick up the op if he chooses to do so. And Generals are actually going to pause. They do not want to lose this round. If they do, this could easily be 7 or 8 rounds going for Vestavia. That's actually pretty good comeback if they do so. And we'll start getting a bit shaky for Generals, but
Yeah, we are seeing the pause come out from the Generals. They lost those few rounds, and they are going to be waiting it right now.
yeah, and-
Presumably, it is going to be attack. I haven't seen anything about a tech pause.
and I think it shows them, I guess you could say, I don't know how to explain this, but I guess like team maturity coming out from Generals. They actually, this is not a needed pause. It's really not. But they are smart
Well,
enough
you
to know
see-
that they should.
You see a lot of teams, even if they don't need this pause, you see a lot of teams, like Astralis, take these sorts of pause.
Yeah.
I believe FaZe does as well, where they'll lose, or even if they win the round, if they don't need this pause, just to stop the team's momentum, think about their buy just a little bit more. So that is the type of pause that is relatively common, and it's a very smart move if, as a team, we are going to be seeing the unpause come out. So extra time to think about a buy, slow down the momentum of Vestavia, have them calm down a little bit. They're not on their high of winning. They're going to be getting a bit frustrated. They're eager, hoping they're going to be making some more mistakes, that they may overthink something a little bit. So that's really the mind game that Generals could potentially be playing right here. And it looks like it's going to be a fast shot towards A. That's going to be a leg down on Ferris to 20 HP. Still 5 versus 5, however, although that's going to be short-lived as Ferris is going to be dropped down. Trade coming up from
shot.
Paul. It's going to be a 4 versus 4. Molotov's trying to stop the push. They're just going to run right past them. They're a bit too deep, and they've given up the A site. They are playing completely for the retake right now. The bomb up on the site is going to be going down to default position. And 4 versus 4. Vestavia on a bit of low HP. Has the bomb down.
Yeah, and I know that they're actually might have even planned. They say, hey guys, if they take A, we're gonna play retake, because I was looking in spawn and I actually saw like Paul physically nod his head in game. So you can tell they were talking. They were planning something, and as I said,
Whatever it is.
it works. Yeah, and Paul with 2, Sloth with 2 with the op, and he steps up yet again. Nate does get 1, and 14-5, and Vestavia, they have money, but they have enough to close out the game.
Yeah, plenty of money to close out the game, and 14-5 right now. Vestavia hoping to find something, doing a lot of damage in mid.
Oof.
Not able to close anything out, but that auto sniper just doing so much. A little bit of retaliation from the previous round from the Generals. Sloth not able to connect. He was on fire with that AWP in the first half, but unfortunately I was unable to find really anything right now. He's hunting down those players. Oh, look at that. They're hunting him. He needs to fall back. Finally finds one, looking for number 2, not able to find it. 4 versus 4 now. Nate on low HP, however, with that AWP. Actually, looking at the General's weapons, there's not much that they have to retake a site with. 2 AWPs, an MP9, and an M4. This could be very bad if they lose this site, but Paul is having none of this push. He drops down 1. Molotov also delays them, although that auto is creeping up. Paul falling back.
And this is just a delay game. They have 50 seconds left, which is quite a lot of time, but Noah is in a legendary position for this. He hears everything. And he calls to Nate that they're mid. Nate tags one of them down, but...
Oh no!
Noah shooting too early, and Nate gets another one, but he is low and should not be killed. Ferris gets one from CT. And it's all down to Gooey. I think he's still the top frag for the team. He's tied for it.
And right here. Oh, maybe not. The flash stops. Noah shooting his teammate there. Getting a bit confused, but that was almost doable. If he was able to, if he wrapped around and shot a player in window in the back, Noah was actually flashed, preventing him to push out and sandwich Gooey. Nonetheless, 15-5 is the score line, as we're going to be having potentially the last round on map 2 right here. The buy is a bit shoddy from Vestavia. Utility is low, none on Gooey or Fragorito, and only a Deagle
rushing B
on Haircut. And yeah, looks like they're almost conceding the round. Maybe not. Oh, yeah.
And they have so many ops on B, and that's it. Sloth and Nate have a free shooting gallery, and Nate finishes it with 25-10. What a score line.
Yeah, 16-5. Generals on fire on this map, and they pick up map number 2 as they are only now 1 map away from taking the title. They are just 1 from $12,500 in scholarship to the university of their choosing when they graduate high school. It will be held for them, and they'll be able to redeem it when they
so choose, or when they do go into college. And yeah, all right, so while we're waiting for these teams to do the map choice for it to load and everything like that, we're just gonna go back to playing our music. Be back with you very shortly with the 3rd map, and it will be the Generals picking up first 2 in a row in Vestavia. Not yet to find any. We'll see you soon, guys. You're back.
those lips like Aphrodite, and she's not easily excited. She like to talk during a movie. She like wasabi on her sushi. So specific. She likes the strangest things. My intuition tells me to let her keep making decisions. She does it naturally, so I will follow your lead. Hands down, my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. Hands down, it feels so good when opposites attract. Hands down, I'm not one for getting too attached. Hands down, but my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had.
Sorry about that, guys. Rest in peace music. We'll be back very shortly.
What is made my bottle, heading uptown. Ooh, long way home, the back roads. No hands on the handle, blew the red light like a candle. The wind undid my hair, like it knew you weren't there. Boys like you never play fair. Don't play fair. I'm on a midnight bike ride, past orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. How could you think we could just be friends again? I'm on a midnight bike ride, past orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. Now that you know things can never be the same. City has no secrets. I know all the shortcuts. Now I'm lost looking for your touch. Used to be your night shift. Can't work out, I might just fly downhill until the sun lifts. Found an empty street, sing myself a melody about how it used to be. Wind undid my hair, like it knew you weren't there. Boys like you never play fair. I'm on a midnight bike ride, past orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. How could you think we could just be friends again? I'm on a midnight bike ride, past orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. Now that you know things can never be the same. I'm gone, I'm gone. I'm gone away. I'm gone away. The moon lights up my sundress, reminds me to forget. The moon lights up my sundress, shows what lies ahead. I'm on a midnight bike ride, past orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. How could you think we could just be friends again? I'm on a midnight bike ride, past orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. Now that you know things can never be the same. I'm on a midnight bike ride, past orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. How could you think we could just be friends again? I'm on a midnight bike ride, past orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. Now that you know things can never be the same. Lights up my sundress, reminds me to forget. Lights up my sundress, shows what lies ahead.
City star rising, rising in front of me. I wanna hide it, want to go back to sleep. I wish I could rewind it. Can I rewind it? We woke up naked, like we're more than friends. We can go through it, can do it all again, like we rewind it. Like we rewind it. And I don't wanna know, I just wanna feel. We let it go, nothing is wrong, we make it real. Don't wanna care, just live and die. I see you there, nothing is wrong for you and I. Always somewhere else, oh somewhere else in mind. Always somewhere else, but still we can't rewind. Always somewhere else, oh somewhere else in mind. Always somewhere else, but still we can't rewind. We meet in the morning like it's a day.
Alright everyone, we're gonna be getting back into this. It does look like I was having some issues with joining the server. Apparently I was not on the right one or something like that. So I'll be connecting shortly. Sorry about that delay. We did miss the knife round, but it does look like the general side did win it, so it's obviously good, and I will be in very shortly. Alrighty. Sorry about that delay, but
Pistol round has been completed. We're just waiting for the ready
I
of
have a knife round, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, knife round. My bad.
And generals won, correct?
Generals did win the knife round.
Alright, we're live and we're good.
But yeah, we are live. We are good to go. We are getting into map number 3, Generals. Up 2 rounds right now. They are only 1 map away. Oh, sorry, they're up 2 maps, 1 away from taking the title. As we get into this pistol round, it is going to be pistols clashing inside of B. The Generals are having none of it, and Sloth, as well as Noah, dropped the big bomb.
They're
Stadium
everywhere.
getting shredded.
Well, they're trading back as much as they can, but the only person who's actually gotten any frags is Toasty, and he's being... There's one banana. Oh, he gets the kill, but bombs down actually below coffins, and there's one CT, and one of them is actually behind quad, so this is going to be extraordinarily hard for him to do. Does pick up a USP, so he can get that shot lethality, but it's going to be so hard for him to do this, especially with these angles that they're holding. These are actually really good. I think once Sloth sees him, Paul is going to be peeking out, but Toasty, he's making sure that they're not going to push up. He's making sure they don't make a mistake, and see Sloth gets the info, and Paul's there as well. Smokes CT as well. He actually picked it up, and he's playing this super well. Toasty's gonna push through. Grabs the bomb, but Paul is there.
Oh!
Sees him rotating, can't hit the shot. Toasty's just gonna go all the way to A. If he rotates back, they actually might catch him. But yeah, Paul's going all the way, and will he expect Paul to be there already? Oh, he won't, but can't hit the shot just yet.
Oh,
Paul tags him down. He's down to 22.
That's a dangerous fight to take from Paul. He's the only player there at the moment. Although the rest, or sorry, the other CT, Sloth, is rotating there right now. And Paul, he's having none of it. That's going to be the first round on the board for Generals.
Yeah, and that was nearly impossible near the end for Toasty. There's absolutely no way he would have won that, in my opinion. He had no time to plant the bomb, and I have to say that nade damage in the early round was just so smart. They actually had 2 people with HEs, so they only had 3 people who had armor, and it's a risky buy, but it worked out so perfectly, and I think they're going to do something similar this round as well, but Vestavia do not want to run into it this time.
Yeah, Vestavia definitely do not want to be running into these SMGs. Those Deagles at range will definitely beat the Generals, although they're playing this very smart. They're closing gaps, or they are making sure there's no range between them. And that's going to be one open kill from Sloth, 2 for himself. That is a good opening right now. And look at this. Nate picking up yet another one, and already he's finally able to pick up 1 for themselves, but 2 versus 4 SMGs is not looking good at all for them in this round.
Yeah, totally, and they get 1 consolation frag, as I'd call it. Oh, actually 2. Gooey gets another, but sitting he's tagged down to 16, and neither of them have guns. The only person who has head armor as well is gonna be...
There are 2 SMGs in the lower mid, but it doesn't look like they want to go for them. They're going for the bomb, but they're not going for those SMGs, which are on the other side of Mexico. Not 100% sure if that was communicated.
Now they're going for it.
Going for one of them.
Problem is, though, look at where Paul is. I don't know if they expect this, but he's making so much noise. I think he's purposely trying to do that. They know where he is. He does not need to aggress in that position, especially since Ferris is on site. He's going to be playing in the ninja spot. This is
You know what he did? He just baited them into a choke point. He wants them there. And it worked.
Yeah.
It's going to be a sandwich, and that shuts them down. Now, if I'm right, Paul just baited them into that choke point and made sure they came from the one location. He wanted them to chase him because then he would know exactly where they're going to be coming from. And it's only one angle to be watching. 2-0 now, as the Vestavia are going to be on the full save.
That was so smart from him. And I didn't even realize that was happening, but I don't know if that was purposely planned or they just said, hey guys, let's get him in. Yeah, you know, I'll say that it is too. They obviously did that on purpose. And Ferris most down 2, pretty easy for him, and yeah, they're just giving up they only have Glocks, they only do Any bit of damage, 14 to him, and they're gonna go through apps. They only have clocks, no armor, and some of them are even tagged down. I mean, look at Detrick and Toasty. They're on about 35 each, and nades raining in. Another one for Ferris, racking up the cash. Will he expect Toasty to be close? Oh, no, he won't.
Got on the reload!
But,
Still gets it.
yeah, Toasty. He has a Glock, dinks him down, but Ferris still has 33 health left, and 3-0 expected, obviously, because of the General's one pistol, but Vestavia need to get this round and come back in this game.
Hey, I don't know if it's still like this, but currently on the stream, the screen is black. I don't know if that's, if you fix that from the delay.
Oh, yikers. There we go.
So, well, that should be getting fixed momentarily. You guys are on Twitch. There is a delay.
Those look like Game Capture did hide itself somehow, but we're back. We're sorry you missed that. That was very unfortunate, but mostly what you missed was
Not really much, to be
not really
honest.
much. Yeah.
Generals just kind of wiped them down. You did unfortunately miss that 3,000 IQ play from... What was that from? That was from Noah. Was that from Ferris or was that from Nate? Oh no, it was Paul. Sorry, it was Paul. Paul was up inside of the apartment's position, and he actually made as much
What a
noise as he can
flash.
to bait the remaining two Vestavia players into chasing him up into apps, where he fell back and waited for them to run through, and they fell for it right into a sandwich. So that's exactly what he wants. And guys, if you do read the chat instead of just typing it, you can see that it is fixed. It is on a delay. We can't magically get rid of delay, but
Ooh.
Vestavia potentially turning the tables here. They do pick up a lot of kills, a 4 versus 2, soon to potentially be a 4 versus 1, but no, Paul does pick up the kill. They expect Ferris, they see Ferris, although Ferris gets the kill. Now it's a 2 versus 2. Generals starting to bring it back. They pick up, no, they're not gonna pick up on. That's a good double peek from the T's, and well, Ferris is gonna be dropped down, making it 3-1 as Vestavia pick up the first round on the board.
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate for the Generals. I totally thought that'd be around for them, considering that they actually have 3 on B, one of them rotating fast and one of them on the flank, but unable to capitalize. Oh. Haircuts get sniped there, but unable to capitalize fully off of it, and 3-1. Generals have money, but if they lose this is easily right scoreline for Vestavia. We'll see what happens, and look at their economy. 2 FAMASes, lots of flashes, lots of smokes, and actually a molly that's going to come out from Noah pretty early on just to stop the mid control from coming in. And it looks like the terrorists are slowly moving around apps and actually might rotate B. Bomb is going to go down, and they actually have 3 CTs on B, although Noah is going to rotate it back, and must have heard that. I think Toasty did. He's going to call it to his team that there's only 2 on B, and Sloth is going to be the deciding factor, but he falls, and he doesn't expect him to be that close. And that was actually a really good position for him to be in. I don't know if they would have cleared that, but he's going to flash, he's going to push through smoke. He was thinking of doing so, but doesn't in the end. And Nate is in a very bad position, can't get anything done, and Louis tagged down to A8, but nothing happening. Spray through, smoke doesn't really do anything to the players, and they're mollied off, although Ferris gets one on the flank. Does he expect one to be sandbagged? He doesn't, but he gets the info. Trick wins versus Noah, but Paul and Sloth get one each. They know one of them's Banana, and they know he's hit. It's 1v2 for Paul. They're both tagged down very low, so this is definitely possible for him. He knows exactly where they are, but they're outplaying him so well right now. He's gonna start. They're gonna peek him at the same time.
Ooh.
Only able to get one. Toasty. 3 kills in a round, 7-3, and it's 3-2 actually for the Vestavia side. They pick up 2, and General's still around ahead, but should easily be able to be caught up too.
Yeah, good attempt from the Generals to be able to retake that. Although Vestavia were just too strong, able to hold on. Very good post-plant positioning there. And look, there's a rush coming out. It is. No, looks like they wanted the rush, although only Ferris participated. Not able to find any damage himself, although Molotov's.
Takes a lot.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Ferris got Kobe. They were not having any of that. Not able to. Not willing to take any damage.
Yeah, they're just on A. The Generals, they're just gonna pretty much give up this round. I honestly see absolutely no way they win this unless they literally just go E-spawn and let them defuse the bomb, but even then, time's ticking down, but we're just gonna go for exits and CT spawn. One of them will be on top of the terrace, and you have Paul. Ooh, he hides, he waits. They thought he cleared it, but they still do in the first place. And actually, Frag expects Nate to be up there. It's a pretty common position for getting kills near the end, and Generals, they can buy. For some reason, I don't have Ignore Chat on yet again. It resets whenever I disconnect or reconnect to a server, but it's alright. 3-3. And Generals, they're by. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, Generals are going to be on a bye at this point, so this is going to be very interesting and very telling of what this map could potentially have in the future. 3-3, and the bye on Vestavia is a bit broken. 3 SMGs, 2 AK-47s, so the advantage is definitely in the hands of the Generals.
But look at their economy.
Lots of utility, yeah. Well, the economy's not that great, but look at what's happening right now with Vestavia. So much utility being wasted early on, and the Generals getting pick up their pick. Sloth, unfortunately, missing, doing a lot of damage to the smoke, not able to pick up any frags. That grenade is gonna deal only a few damage to him, but
ooh, that was a close spray.
Still so close.
It's a 4v4 retake. I mean, considering that Toasty has been a star player for them, and he's tagged down to 28, it's gonna be hard, but not impossible, especially with Frag Rito being forced out. Sloth B going in the molly a bit, trying to get that trade frag, and they know exactly where he is. They should be in a nearly impossible situation. And Toasty actually gets taken out, and so does Frag Rito, but they need to stick it, and they need to stick it now. Paul can't even get Detrick, who gets 2 in the round, and it's another one for Vestavia, and they're coming back in this game with 4 rounds in a row. For the CTs, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, Vestavia's high ping must be affecting them so much that they're getting better at the game. They have taken the advantage right now, 1 round advantage, 4-3, as they do reset the General's economy down to absolutely nothing, and the Generals are just getting absolutely shredded right now.
Yeah, jeez. I mean, Frag Rito is close to being taken down, but no cigar, and it's 3-5. This map is actually decently coming together for Vestavia's side, but the Generals can easily bring this back, and
yeah, we are very early in the game still. 5-3, only on coming into round number 9 right here. That's going to be an early pick from Sloth on the Frag Rito. It does take a lot of damage, but he does end up on top, and he will be falling back. Bogdan roll is still in effect. He can still do a lot of damage with that AWP, and he does have the support of 2 players on that site, although may not be the greatest thing because
this
looks like, well, Detrick tried to throw a smoke that would have worked on the old version, but gets shot down immediately. But looks like they're going to be moving back towards the A site. Detrick with the bomb is still in mid. They could go either way. Minute 10 on the clock. Could just be looking for picks, or this could be an A push. Looks like it is going to be a fake. Yeah, Toasty making as much noise as they can, actually forcing the CTs to waste lots of utility. Well, the bomb is going to be spotted now. Look at this double stack.
They did not expect the boost.
Not expect the boost, but it's not going to matter. 1 versus X, and that's going to be the last player getting spotted out, although that's going to be it.
Yeah.
Generals back on it. 4-5 right now after losing 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, that was a bit wild coming from Toasty. I mean, he just ran around the corner with this knife out, especially considering that Paul was actually on top of the, overhang there. I don't know why he just ran with his knife out there. That could have been a much cleaner pick, but let's get him in the end. Although
Yeah, and
round isn't won.
For you guys in the chat, unfortunately the overlay is a bit broken right now. Please disregard the best of 3 series underneath the match score. It is currently 2-0 in favor of Generals in this best of 5. This is map number 3. Again, Generals won the first 2 maps.
Oh yeah, definitely, and maybe a beefhead and Sloth. He's been useful. Last game he's on 100 ADR. This one, will he be able to do anything here? Ooh, that smoke is well timed, but you throw something A, they're gonna... The CT's actually gonna throw a lot of utility over A, which means it's gonna be harder to retake. And Sloth, it's gonna rotate, and they heard.
Don't you dare! Don't do it!
They heard it, and it's only Nate.
He's rotating too. They think.
Oh no!
Oh no! They're getting baited by a Molotov. Unless Nate's falling back to a more defendable position, that's exactly what he's doing.
And
actually,
they're gonna smoke over. He should hear the bounce.
Oh no!
5v5 retake is seeming like it's gonna come in. Nate's gonna go.
What caused them to rotate?
I think there was a lot of nade usage by the T's on A, but it was only one player, and they over rotate, getting a bit too scared.
That's a massive mistake from these CTs. They don't necessarily know that Nate is here, so this could be an advantage. Although I feel like they're more than likely, yeah, they're expecting it right now. They're watching that position. 5 versus 5. It's been a long time since I've seen a round where the bomb gets planted with all 10 players alive. 84 damage.
Ooh, one down. Ooh, another.
Can they defuse? I don't think they can defuse.
Maybe, no.
No.
Their setup is way too good, and the only person left is Nate. He has no time. He's just gonna be going for exits and haircuts is gonna survive.
Such a massive mistake from the Generals there. They rotated off what seems like just utility being thrown to the A site, and they've rotated all of their players completely off of the site. One was sitting in a rotation area, but still, they rotated everybody to A without seeing anybody, because nobody took damage.
Yeah, that was way too early.
Huge mistake from Generals, and that's going to hurt them quite a bit. Look at their buy. They have 2 deagles. You know what? I say that Ferris drops down punt. He's doing some work with that scout, although he's got a lot of work to go. That Sloth with the
And
this
if you
is
look at
not looking too bad.
Yes, look at the scoreboard. Toasty is their top fragger, and he's down. He's out of this round. And I mean, if you look at the CT buy, they actually still have an M4. They still have a FAMAS. So, oh man, this is possible. And if
they also have that man advantage. This is completely doable, especially since there are
guns.
There are guns on the ground, and that's gonna be another AK in the hands of these CTs.
Oh no!
This all of a sudden is looking very bad for Vestavia. Oh, they're making noise in mid though.
It may be. Set eco, will it? Oh, good shot on Detrick, and that's their second fragger down. It's down to Fragrito and Gui, and they have not been having the best match. As I say that, Fragrito gets Nate on the flank. They're all A, and 40 seconds left. They can rotate B, but it's going to be much harder to take, and that's what they're going to do. Paul expects it, though. He knows, and they're actually going to go all the way through because they don't know if there's going to be a scouter in mid. It's going to leave them, I'd say, 15 seconds to plant the bomb when they get to site. So, it's going to be really important they don't do this. And Paul hears them. He's going to call for the rotate. Noah's close. If they don't clear everything, and they plant.
Oh no!
And bombs down, and there's pretty much no time for this to happen. Oh yeah, it's over. It's over. They don't even need to do anything. It's after time, and Fragrito doesn't expect the CT.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The round is already over, but that still is a rifle out of their hands, and Generals played that so well. Picked up that opening pick of the scout, that deagle headshot. Just so much went right for the Generals, and so much went so wrong for Vestavia there. 6-5. Vestavia still has the round up on the Generals, although the Generals are starting to work their way back, and they will have a relatively equal buy, actually. There's SMGs in both sides. A Deagle on GUI. I wouldn't discount that too much compared to the SMGs, but definitely gonna need to do some work with that to be able to pick up this round.
Yeah, I agree, and I think something really important to note here is that, like I said earlier, I did actually point out that Fragredo didn't expect him to be from CT, but I pointed that out because the round ended and he died after time. He is poor.
Oh,
and
that's
that is
true.
even more money out of the Vestavia side. So, economy's not looking great, and that's part of the reason why we just don't have a lot to work with. Toasty, Molly, Sandbags, and Owens there. They're doing a similar position. Nate is going to be on top of Flower Pots, and Sloth on site. He's going to peek for info. He's not seeing anything just yet. Will he hold it? No, he won't. Not yet, at least. They're going to push in. Spot him. Ooh, I think he saw their shoulder. Actually didn't, but
no, I think he did.
Now
His
he
rotations are coming out, and Nate in the
down.
position is gonna pick up one. He does get flashed.
Gooey with the Deagle. He's also down. It's a 3v4, and Nate just needs to make sure he doesn't die. He does not care. They're planting, and he doesn't expect him to be on site. And the Opera actually gets another one, but Paul trades, and it's down to Detrick. Can he do it? Oh, no, he can't. Paul with a double. Nate with a double as well. Sloth with a fill in for himself, and he's also going to have the Op in his hands at 6-6. Tied scoreline for the CT and T side for Inferno. This is a close match.
Yeah, very close match right now. Very different from what we saw on the previous map. Vestavia just got absolutely stomped. Seeing 100% back and forth rounds. Vestavia took a pretty promising lead in the beginning, but Generals are starting to bring it back. Although Vestavia is definitely putting up a fight, wiping them out. That's going to be kills after kills against these pistols. 5 versus 1.
Oh. No,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He picks up
MP9s.
Picks up 1 kill with that Deagle, although it's a no chance against the rest of the SMGs on that side.
He made his money back with that. You know, it's 600 a kill. MP9's 1250. He made 1200.
We're gonna be having a pause coming out for a pee break. Somebody just can't hold it any longer. That's gonna be attack used up for that.
Hey man, have you tried to play this game where you really gotta pee? It's hard.
I gotta pee right now, but I'm coming.
Do it. I dare you. Go.
Bet. Nah, I'm gonna stick around through this. I'm dedicated. I am in this for the long run here. So
What about a half, huh? I'm gonna
depends on how long
force
this
you
kid
to.
takes. You know what? We're on a pause. I'm gonna run downstairs and do that right now. I'll be right back.
Alright. Alright guys, floor's up to me. Big yikes. Wonder if I'm being spied on by HSEL Brennan. I bet he's still here. Anyway. The economy for the T-side's looking good. They're not on max loss bonus yet, but they're getting decently close. They're gonna buy into this round. They still have an op on Toasty, but after this buy, they pretty much have no money. I don't know. I think Frag might have actually bought an op and dropped it to his teammate because he has no money. And Gooey is gonna have to decide if he can drop his teammate, and he can't. So Fragredo is actually gonna be stuck on a Glock unless he buys a pistol, which he should, obviously. Gooey also has the option to drop him an SMG of a, you know, a Mac 10 or... Oh, actually, there's an AK on the ground. I missed that, so... They do have a full buy. That was my bad. And Generals eSports Club. Looks like Paul is going to stick with the MP9. Sloth is going to have an op. Same with Ferris. He's been doing well. So we have 2 M4s, and it's going to be the buy for them. If they lose this, their economy's actually pretty decent. They can buy up again. Paul is going to have to drop Ferris unless Paul drops an op for Sloth B, which is definitely possible. And while we're waiting, let's get the ADR on these players. 110 for Paul, Sloth on 90, Nate on 81, Ferris on 96, but I think this is a big blunder. 32 on Noah, and that is unfortunate for him. He actually did do pretty well the last couple matches. Let's look at Fragredo on 70, Detrick, the exact same. Louis on 57, free haircuts on 48 and Toasty on 113, so it's definitely a lot more distributed on the general side. Everyone putting in their 2 cents, obviously. The person who isn't
I'm
is
really
Noah.
surprised I am back before them.
Yeah, and they
Oh, I
on
made it
pause
right
right now. Perfect.
I am basically a professional, alright?
Yeah. Exactly.
100% professional. But yeah, we are just waiting for the unpause. Looks like it is live. 7-6. The Generals have the advantage for 1 round coming into round number 14. And it looks like they are going to be actually down on the firepower, although I say that Paul with this MP9 has
Good
been
nade.
lethal. Vestavia moving back towards this B site. They are going to
Do
be
we?
dropped down 1 by Sloth. Was that it?
They're just
Hit
running through
through?
mollies. Oh no.
What is this? They're just taking damage.
They're just running through, they don't care. And I don't know why they're doing this. I think
They're
that
feeding it.
sometimes they could work, but I mean, especially
Imagine.
since they know that they have economy and an op, that's just not the play you want to make. Maybe on an eco, yes, but let's see if Toasty can bring this back. He's on 33. Oh no. It's all down to Paul, and if Toasty
Yeah,
clutches this.
greedy.
Yeah, they're all being greedy, and okay, Toasty, he's been the man of the hour, but it's now bomb, and it's down in a very bad position. Oh, he's going for the long one, and Paul's actually in a position to completely
I think he
deny
knows.
this, and
He knows what's going on. Maybe he suspects it.
He suspects it. He's not really perfectly ready for it, but he obviously.
Oh no, the timing on this could put him right in the eyes of the AWP, and it will. He's gonna escape though. He's going. Why is he trying to take this fight? Oh no.
Flash the CT, and there's 30 seconds left. He's full blind from it too, and Paul's in a really good position. This should be
Oh,
Paul
he
picking
gets
it
spotted
up.
through. Gives
But
the
yeah, it
play.
is. So,
Oh man,
it was close, but close
that
enough.
round got your heart pumping. It was both back and forth between who's gonna win that round right there myself. But Generals pick up the round. They're starting to pull ahead once again.
Yeah, it's
8 rounds on the board, and we're on the last round.
And they've won 4 in a row, so they've been doing a really good job so far of keeping everything up and trying to close out this half on a good note. And 9-6 is definitely respectable for this map. So I think they're going to be in a decent position if they can do this. Fragorito does get 1 kill, so nothing yet responded with from General's team, but they have sight, so 3v3 does. And they'd expect Toasty to be this close. I mean, this actually might be a run for Vestavia. As I say that, Paul gets 1. Good kill.
Yeah,
Nothing
Paul
else
heard
yet.
you and said he's having none of that. 3 versus 4. And I think you may be right here. Vestavia holding down Generals. Yet to retake. Plenty of
Molly.
time.
But they're in such good positions for this. I mean, 2 in pit, 2 on site, they're being pincered. It's
Oh.
over. Only on Noah, and he's down. 8-7, close half, but Generals pull out by 1 round, and obviously, both of these teams might be considering taking a break. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the Generals with a 1-round advantage. Again, they are 1/2 away from being crowned the HSEL champions for 2018, the first ever Nationals. This is a $12,500 to be split between their players on their team in the scholarship money. Now, this is going to be the second half of map number 3. Again, Generals up 1 round. Coming into their T side is going to be armor and a whole bunch of utility on the Generals, as we're going to be having full armor on Vestavia, with the exception of Haircut, who has bought the kit.
Yeah, and Haircut is actually on A, so it's going to be harder for them to do this. And wow, the utility is so well used. That is actually crazy to see. One of them's going all the way through. Fair's taken down. Oh, Toasty! What a shot, and it's being shut down. He just grinds him up. What is happening? Toasty with a just flick tap it to the planter, and that was just out of this world. I don't even know how to respond to that. Vestavia, my bad. Pick it up. It's 8-8. Ecos happen, but it's gonna be looking like it will be a hard eco if they pick this up. Ion Generals, yeah, they actually are gonna go for this. The problem is that they're gonna go apps, and the person who is going to be there is Gooey. They actually have no one in apps currently, so they're not gonna play the close angles. They have a UMP and a FAMAS. They do have 3-person A setup, obviously pretty standard. Fragrito is there as well. I mean, MP7, UMP, and FAMAS, it's a good setup, but they lose to these Eagles and P250s. They're so deadly. One-shot headshots, and you could easily fall apart. Let's see if it happens as Gooey's waiting. This is an angle that they should clear easily, and he's playing so close. This could be a disaster. They flash. He is full blind. They're gonna push out. She gets taken down. Ooh, free haircuts on site. Can't get him yet. Gets another one. Unable to trade anymore, and it's down to Paul and Ferris. Toasty and Fragrito are there quicker enough. Paul, only person who picks up kills, and it's an 8-9 Vestavia. I keep on pronouncing it wrong, apparently. Let's bring it back, and Generals take a pause.
Yeah, Generals rightfully taking the pause right now. They are down one round at the moment, so they're going to be taking the tack. Figure out what's going wrong, because they were doing so well in the beginning, and Vestavia has just come back, and they are starting to win. 3 rounds in a row is what they're on right now, and the economy not looking too great for the Generals.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think that Generals, even if they don't win these next rounds, they're gonna take some pauses, and that could easily help with everything that's happening, and just help calm them down, give them a short break, and even talk about strats. I mean, I know some teams that just do it so they can just chill there and, you know, have a break from the game, do some push-ups, anything like that, just reset mentally, but sometimes as well, the team is just gonna talk about what's happening. Does look like Ferris is giving a emotional speech to his teammates. They're looking at each one of them, giving them a short nod, making sure they know what's up, looking in the sky, looking for a saving grace. They can close out in a 3-0 fashion. We'll see what happens as looks like this is concerning. It looks like there might be like a sacrifice going on. He's in the middle. They're all surrounding him. Looking up and down. Looking like he might be possessed, and fortunately it does look like he's going to snap back in the game, and Generals want to remove the pause. We're going to be getting back into this shortly. I'm sorry for giggling a bit there. I saw WL eSports type in chat that he just pooped his pants, so unfortunate for him. And
Oh, fun. I'm just going to hope that is but a meme.
hey man, listen.
Wait. As we wait, listen, that's dedication right there. You can't step away. You can't step away that long for this. That takes way too long. Like, you know, pee break, that's quick, easy. You can pump that out. You go for a poop break, you're gonna miss the pause. It's gonna be a forced on pause. You can be AFK during a round. It is a whole mess. That is straight dedication right there. We are gonna be seeing this next round.
Yeah.
Generals are gonna be full saving grenades. Doing a little bit of damage, although I think the Generals expected that as they completely waited. Toasty is sweating right now. He's gonna pick up 2.
Down to Detrick, but yeah, Fragrito is there. He's up again and again, down. Pretty standard. Toasty gets taken down, but he only had an SMG. And sorry to cut you off there, but beginning of the next round, and that was pretty easy for them.
Yeah, it was against all Glocks, so never really expect Generals to take that round. Vestavia now have a 2-round lead on the Generals, who are now on 5 AK-47s and actually are currently outgunning Vestavia, who are rocking 2 SMGs, a UMP, and an MP7, as well as a FAMAS. So not looking too great on the buy. side for Vestavia, and it looks like the bomb is gravitating towards this A site with 3 players. Potential fake coming from
I know exactly what they're doing. They're gonna wrap to B because they have a Ferris who's set up and waiting for the push. And they're
If they
gonna
can
go
get there.
all the way through, and they're gonna pull in.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, they
that's
are.
exactly what he's doing. Ferris, this should be an easy kill. Toasty gets 1. If he gets another, this could be a disaster. Unable to, and it's down to Detrick, but does he expect one on Banana? Yeah, he does, and he's in a perfect position to counter it, but he has to clear this. And they do,
Oh,
and Ferris
Ferris!
hits the shot. And now Gooey's gonna have to rotate all the way through, and he only has an MP7. Spots 1, but they smoke it right on time, and it's down to a 2v3. Bomb plant is gonna be down right now. 3 haircuts gets 1. He's gonna flash it to try to clear, but the Molly completely denies him entry so far. Gooey's gonna push through as well, but he's smoked off as well. The utility use from Generals is so good this round. Molly's dark, but not actually deep enough. Paul is still in there, and it's all down to free haircuts. He has an AK, but he's gonna clear. This is the shot, and only gets the kill onto Nate. Paul trades him out with a triple in the round. 24-11 right now. Great match from him. 9-10, and Generals are looking to close that scoreline.
Yeah, General's looking to close that gap. 9-10 is current scoreline. They only need 1 more to tie it up and potentially even take the lead. They've just won this round, closed off the 4-round ring streak of Vestavia, and they now have guns once again. That Mac 10, a little bit of a downgrade, although doing plenty of damage.
I thought that knew would do a lot more, but Ferris only taking 1.
1 singular damage dealt into this round. But looks like it is going to be a straight B push. 2 players in the CT. That AWP spots the barrel of a gun. Toasty
Big
knows they're
yikes.
there. Still no rotation.
Oh,
Toasty
yeah.
picks up 1. And that should be the rotation coming out from the CTs, although not quite yet. They're not convinced. There's
They
a
don't
fake
care.
last time, and that's going to be the confirmation getting that second kill. Toasty's looking for more. He's not going to find it. Not looking good for the Generals as of right
It's
now.
a 3v5. This is definitely possible, especially with these positions. This is looking a bit scary. He's holding close. Do they expect it? Detrick does, but will he get the frag?
Oh, he turns his head!
Ooh, Nate
The
looked away.
timing! Last second, turns his head away, and then allowing Detrick to run in and just shoot him right in the back. Vestavia holding on to her lead, 9-11 right now. As the Generals are back on pistols.
Yeah, definitely, and it's unfortunate for them. It's gonna be a hard round for them to win, obviously, and really not expected. They have 5. What a weird buy. They actually have 1 P250 and 5 flashes, and they're going apps. So what I'm expecting is they're literally just gonna throw their flashes everywhere they can, just run out and try to get bomb plant. Problem with that is that Gooey's in he was in a good position to shut this down, and a good molly right when he sees
Oh
him.
boy.
And the only person who can push out now is Sloth, and he's dead, and now they know, and they're rotating, and they're in such a bad position. All of their flashes are being used.
Oh, that grenade is so much.
Not
Thought it was gonna do a lot of damage. It gets a decent amount to Paul, but Gooey is just getting a shooting range for free. SC's actually working their way into Mexico. The 1 player left on that site.
And they know they're rotating now. They spotted bomb. Only person there is Detrick. If he gets both, then he'll be able to deny the plant. And yeah, he does.
Yeah, Detrick not allowing any of that to happen. They had the sneaking suspicion that they would run back at any sign of a shutdown. It's exactly what they did, but Vestavia, with Detrick there, was able to shut them down pretty much immediately. 9-12 is now the score. Vestavia start to close out this map slowly but surely. They are bringing it back.
I completely agree. It's 9-12. I mean, they can easily be brought back by the Generals, but it's gonna be their way up. Ferris gets 1. Can't get the other, though. That's a good first pick, though. Especially with the P250. Ooh, 3 haircuts caught with a nade out, and this is falling apart. Only person there is Detrick. It's 1. They're distracting him. Can't get the second, but they trade. Now it's down to 2v2, and it's Gooey on A. And Toasty, who will be the person defending, but he only has an MP7 if they clear this. Would be it, and makes the call that they're B, but will they make sure that he's not here?
Oh no, they don't
He
check!
fires, but Paul, if he trades this, it's possible, but he actually can at the shot. Toasty with 3, Detrick with 2, and it's 9-13. And they're gonna buy this round, but Vestavia have been doing very, very good this half. I mean, look at their, yeah, 6-1. So, not looking good so far. The Generals can bring it back. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens right now. We are seeing the buy from the Generals. The AWP coming out on the T side, not something we've seen from them on this half quite yet. Could get some decent damage, and Vestavia actually electing to not have Sniper in their rank. Where are we seeing Generals spread out across the map, hoping to find some sort of pick. Unfortunately, they're not going to find it quite yet.
Yeah, I honestly, looking at the setup right now, I honestly do not like this call coming out from Vestavia. I get the idea, and I get that they think that because they have full weapons that they're gonna go A because obviously B is a rush site, but isn't the case, and that's really gonna be brutal. Detrick is a good molly.
The rotation call is out.
They actually smoke it off. And now it's all up to him, and they know exactly where he is. He should be down, and yeah, he is. Toasty and Fragrito are rotating, and Toasty might be trying to go for an early pick, and yeah, he will.
Oh, look at Nate from behind.
Sloth not gonna peek out yet. It's taken down a bit too much of an overextension.
Nate from behind right now. He misses everything. He whiffs. Nate had such a good angle from behind, and he whiffed everything. It may not matter, though, because there's only one player left inside of Banana.
Ooh.
General's picking it up. Nate! Big whiff right there. He was right behind them. He had the angle, and unfortunately, he missed pretty much every shot. I think he landed one. In the end, Generals pick up the win on that round, however, start to close out the gap once again.
Oh yeah, and especially considering, look at the economy. If they win this round, this could easily be 13-13, and that's going to be very stressful for Vestavia. The scoreboard, Toasty, 5 kills. I mean, just absolutely demolishing so far. Paul Extra, he's doing well, but not as close, and Fragrito is close with a 5-7. He could easily get a kill here, but will he be able to? They have 2B again because obviously the A call last round didn't work, and I think that the Generals are getting in their mind. They're gonna smoke. And Fragrito is completely cut off, and that Molly also doesn't do anything. And the thing is that they have so much utility. They're just gonna throw their smokes again because after the Molly dissipates, and exactly what they're gonna do. They're spraying through. He takes one tiny bit of damage, but 3 haircuts needed to get more than one, and he's unable to. 4v3, a re-smoke arch side, and Fragrito's close, doesn't get the kill, and it's all down to Toasty, and he's just gone. He does not want to deal with this. And same with Detrick. They need to save these guns, and Generals will get a 11th round, not 13th, and good string of rounds so far. Only 2, but they're gonna need more to come back from this, and the pace this match is taking could be overtime.
Oh, Vestavia is going to be on a eco or a very broken buy next round, so it's really not looking too good for the Vestavia side. They will have that M4 and that AWP, but the rest of their players really not going to be able to do much.
Yeah, and I completely agree, and I think that they're definitely going to buy this round around it, and
yeah, there it is. They're actually not buying any more weapons, pistols on all 3. I think that could be a mistake.
No, I get exactly why. I think that
I see, actually.
It's a risky buy, but they need to equalize the economy so they can full buy the rounds coming. They don't want to have rounds where one guy is 3.2k, one guy has 1k. As I say that, Toasty gets a kill on Ferris, who's been decent this match so far, 16 to 21. And first pick given up. Sloth's gonna peek. Doesn't see anything just yet. And the only people who have guns are on A.
Something to point out right now, Toasty is 36 and 14.
Yeah, I said earlier, and it's crazy.
Toasty is going off right now, very close to dropping the 40 bomb.
They're gonna... Oh, they faked it. And they faked... Dude, not like this.
No. Oh, I think they hear.
They hear him, but the problem is that Fragrito's gonna have to peek early and he's dead, and they smoke off CT, it's over.
They don't have smokes, I don't think.
Oh,
Oh, they do.
does.
They have one. They have one.
He does, Nate does,
you know
but
what?
he's on flank.
They're smart not to use it right now, to be completely honest. They have... Oh, not when they go down like that. Not when this is happening.
It's a 3v1 for Toasty.
I was going to say they're smart not to use it, to hold on, to try to delay a little bit longer, but Toasty is the last player alive with that AWP. They heard the scope, expects him to be watching that angle, so they're just waiting for him to push somewhere. He hears them. And Toasty escaping. He's going to go for the peak, but yeah, he wants that kill. He's hunting it, but these players know exactly where he is.
Ooh, he should easily be going down here.
So much damage being dealt.
Oh, he shows himself. Yes.
Almost survived that.
That
if
was
that bomb went up
crazy.
earlier. Yeah, definitely a crazy survivor right there. You should not have survived as long as you did, but Generals 12 to 13. They're
buying.
One away right now from tying it up. Oh, and they are forcing. This could be the end of the game if Vestavia loses this.
Definitely. I mean, they're not on full loss bonus, but this could easily be 14 for Generals. Ferris? I don't know what's happening
Well,
there.
it'll be 13 for Generals, but still, they'd be on an eco, which would make it 14, and then...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And...
Oh, let's talk about it. Yeah, no, we're going to be potentially seeing a really bad situation for Vestavia if they lose this round. Ferris taking a decent amount of damage, down to 49 HP, but may not matter depending on where this round goes as of right now.
One of the CTs is deciding if he wants to go B. They're gonna smoke it, but they actually don't have bomb control, and... Weird call. I think they're trying to pull from A, but no one's budging. Noah gets one. Doesn't get the other, though. That's a good trade. Sloth can't get the kill, and it's falling apart. Oh, yes it is. Only person left is Paul, and he gets taken down 14 to 12. Generals have money, but they need to win out now, or it's going to be at least overtime.
Yeah, it's going to be at least overtime right now, and it will not be the end for Generals, as they do have 2 maps up on Vestavia, although Vestavia right now are just 2 away from picking up a map for themselves, pushing it to map number 4 of the series.
Yeah, they're gonna slowly take B. Only sorry, Toasty is there. What's the open? I mean, he's close to 40. So is Detrick as well. Good nade usage, and Detrick gets taken down by Son. Toasty gets one, but really nice snapshot from Sloth. Ooh, Noah trying to plant. Oh, what a spam! But Noah trying to plant bomb. He's unable to because he gets taken down. Sloth, it's the shot. He knows where one of them is. He knows where Gooey is, and now it's down to 3 haircuts and Gooey. And this is an intense round. You need to be so important, but Nate doesn't expect it. In 2 down, it's all down to Paul. And this is so unfortunate if they lose this.
Yeah, this would be so unfortunate if they do lose this, because that is going to guarantee Vestavia the overtime.
He only has 30 seconds left.
Oh no, this is not good. And the positioning from Vestavia is just so good right now. And the bomb is right in between those 2 CT players. Oh, this could be so good! He peeked! That's one, and he has the bomb. There's an AK next to him. If I were him, I'd pick up the AK. He
And he knows where the other is as well. This could easily be a clutch from him, and that would be so... His team would be so happy, and he does it! And
He does it so well. 13 to 14. What a clutch.
And oh man, you cannot be... I guess you can... There's no way you can't be hyped about that. That is such a clutch from Paulin. I don't know why he's the one at the Galil if he's doing so well, and he goes up over 30 for his team.
That may very well have been the most important round of the game right there. Vestavia.
Maybe even a series.
Yeah, could be even a series right now. Vestavia on a bit of a broken bye. Generals have guns. This should be Generals round, making it 14 to 14. Then we'll go to the next gun round, really to determine what's going to happen there from there. But I can guarantee you one thing: this is going to go to every single round in this map.
Oh yeah, I completely agree, and no matter what And so as I say, that one gets taken down. Fragritos on site. He's hit hard. They expect it. Oh, they won't. Fragritos there. They need to trade this. They need to trade it now. But they expect.
The bomb is back.
What haircuts is? This could easily be. They don't clear Fragritos in such a tough position though. If he hits from anywhere, he's down, and that's exactly what's going to happen. The problem is that.
They can't stop this plant. They don't know that the player's on site.
Ooh.
Only a set, however.
The haircuts can't get it yet. They finally take down Paul, but Nate trades back in 2v2. They know one's on site. Nate needs to get this going. He gets dinked. But so fast. Noah gets another. Steps up for his team, and it's needed, and it's planted in such a bad position for him. He's gonna push. Noah throws an aid. It's taken out, but the time is ticking.
He just has to hide.
And he peeks, and that's 14. Vestavia have no money, and Generals, they should be able to close this out and at least go into overtime.
Oh man, this is confirmed now. Going every single round, going to round 30, round 29 is what we're at right now. And look at this. Generals have a free round ahead of them. Pistols out on Vestavia. Generals should be able to pick up their 15th round, guaranteed at least the overtime, and potentially even the win. This could be disastrous for Vestavia.
Man, I totally think B is the correct call to make here. There's too many angles that on A that the CTs could be camping and playing in odd positions. I think B is definitely the call here.
I almost agree with you, but I feel like that A could. I feel like it's a trade-off. With A, you do have the range to be able to take with these rifles versus those pistols, but then again, you do have multiple angles on B or close range. Those pistols are going to be dealing a lot more damage as you're going to have much better accuracy up close. But I don't know. It's really, in my eyes, it seems like an equal trade-off right now. They do have 3 deagles, so they do have a little bit of range. So B probably is the best call, but either one could work, being completely honest, and especially since one of these players.
Hell yeah!
And look at this, one of these CTs are rotating, and look at the B fake. So much utility towards B, and the rotation. Fragritos gonna be caught out inside of mid. That's gonna be the fake.
Only Gooey.
It's only Gooey with the deagle. He's completely blind. They don't see him. They spot him out eventually, but it's too late. He gets dropped down. The bomb is gonna be planted onto the site. Retake coming out, 3 versus 5. They're going to be going fast. That's going to be one player dropped down. Detrick. Haircut is trying to find something. He can't do it. Toasty gets his 40th kill in the round, although will it be enough to secure this round? And looks like that is the safe call. Toasty is falling back.
And I mean, if Generals close this out, this entire map, that'd be devastating. The interesting thing is that Generals actually completely mimicked what Vestavia did so far. If you look at the round win thing, Vestavia got 3 in a row, lost 1 3 in a row. Now it's Generals 3 in a row, lost 1 3 in a row. So it's exact mimic. No. The only thing though is that was the Generals who had one more round on that CT side on their start, and that could be the deciding factor. They're going for SMGs. We'll see if Generals can close this out. If they do, it will be 3 maps in a best of 5, and they'd win 3-0 and win the grand prize pool of $12,500 that they can use in higher education. And Fragrito is blind, and Sloth is in such a good position to trade this. He smokes, doesn't expect Sloth to get the kill. Good start, and I think they're going to start taking A. The problem is, look where Free Haircuts is. I don't know why he's playing here with that gun. And if they don't clear Gooey, this could be a problem, but I think they will. Yeah, they will. He gets taken down. It's all down to Free Haircuts, and they might see his head. And they do.
Oh, they
see
him.
exactly where he is. He should be traded out, and he does. And it's down to a 4v2, and this may be it for Vestavia. We'll see if Toasty can have heroics. He cannot. It's all down to Detrick, and this may be all but over.
Yeah, all left to Detrick. He has
Flash.
only a Deagle. That's going to be a 1 kill from him. He's got 3 more to find, however. He's pushing up to the side. He has the AK-47 in his hand. They should know exactly where he is, and they have him surrounded. Detrick does not know what to do. That bomb is ticking. He does have a kit in hand, so he is only a 5-second defuse. Although, what does he do in this situation? He finds one, looking for more, but that is going to be it. Generals pick up the win. They are your High School Esports League Nationals Counter-Strike Global Offensive Grand Finalists. Grand champion, thank you.
Unbelievable scoreline coming out from them, and that has to be crushing for part of the Vestavia side. But really good game from both teams, and looks like Washington Lee, their school, will be having a big fat gold trophy. And they will be getting a lot, pretty much most of the prize pool in this tournament. They're winning out in the finals, and they actually win 3-0. I hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. Obviously, it was me, Kaneen Hop, casting, and we also had HSEL Brennan, also known as Critter, casting as well.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed. That was actually one of the final games. The only things we have left is going to be Overwatch and Rocket League and Hearthstone, and then we're done for HSEL for this. I guess you could say, is this a season? But we'll be back with you shortly with Overwatch. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next season, or if you're staying for the other games, next game.